Waka waka. 1, 2, 3.
Oh,
This one. There we go. Okay. Now we're good. All right.
Alright. Everyone, welcome back to Waterdeeps Gauntlet, where we're continuing on from last time. You all individually have gone to investigate further into the mysterious fireball murder of which has actually been traced back to a man attempting to reach your place, holding some object of value, wanting to bestow upon it to you all, out of a sense of both fear and, as you could tell, probably safety. Alas, the one that had been murdered, by which was apparently a rock gnome, which might have had ties to the man that you had actually saved, which is the son of Dagult Nevermember. But overall, the stone of importance that he had upon him, relatively what he was trying to get into your hands, as far as you know. One of y'all actually managed to study properties of that said stone before. However, it was quickly realized to be that of a fake. You still could tell the real properties of the stone, as for all, it was meant to be a mere image, but it was also just that, a mere image. You recognize the fact that a sudden assassin of some kind was immediately had the stone and was running away, in which pursuit was given by two of your own members, both Ark and, believe, get confirmation, Tyrus. Both of you had managed to try to
it
follow.
was.
Okay. So both of you had managed to follow him. However, the confrontation had left Ark injured, and he, in fact, bleeding. Nearly taking his life in the pursuit, both him and Tyrus managed to retreat with this immediate assassin getting away with the stone, but leaving a followable trail in his wake, one that thankfully another of yours, Zolran, had managed to pick up on with his owl. With y'all managing to somewhat elude any sense of authority against the guards, but also proving that your innocence amongst them, they, however, realized that you were a target in this investigation, and has decided to keep you within your housing, not yet seen fit to entrust you with the responsibility of solving this case. And to all of your thoughts to this, however, upon a meeting, you kind of agree that, yeah, no, we're gonna fucking do something about it. So now you have made an elaborate plan to trick and deceive the guards and slip away to further investigate upon a villa, actually. The Growland Villa, which this assassin had ran to. With that set in mind, you had decided to get a night's rest. Some of you had gotten a great amount of rest without disturbance. Others, however, have received visitors and that of the like. Less than desirable, potentially. Yet to be determined. But it is now upon the morning, in which it is an early rise. You had gotten an 8-hour sleep and a little bit earlier in the night. So daylight is not yet quite there, but you are just seeing kind of the morning purple of its rise. The first one awake, as always, would be Zoran.
Zoran would take a few moments, kind of trying to figure out where he is, as he is currently in the kitchen on the ground.
If I remember correctly, you had gotten pretty blacked out drunk in your endeavor at night with Hannah. A bit of a morning ring to your head is the first experience you have upon awaking, but it does not seem hard enough to deter you from your morning duties, but still an annoyance first thing.
He'll kind of move his cloak off and kind of wrap it around Hannah as she's laying on him and the Patchkin's laying on top of him. He is stuck until they wake up.
Somewhat so it would seem. So, you're just pretty much, I suppose, forcibly cozy.
Pretty
With
much.
that, I am going to go ahead and say, Hannah, you probably want to wake up from the amount of stir.
Mm-hmm.
A few hours later, the morning unease begins to arise about you. Mostly unease out of a sense of uncomfortability. You did get a little bit drunk yourself from another sense of a drink. And the headache, one that you're familiar with, but also one that you're very used to, frankly. It will not halt you this morning in any shape, form, or way. Or
I
someone else.
can imagine Hannah just wanting to stay curled up in a blanket for a bit, so she's just gonna be vibing in the kitchen.
You both somewhat remain curled up into the kitchen, but notably to you, Zoran, they did seem to stir, but still in the process of waking up slowly.
Morning. Comfortable down there?
Mm-hmm.
Looks like someone else is comfortable too. Kind of ask Patchkin.
I think Hannah might try and grab Patchkin as a slimy pillow.
You hug into the pillow as the drool kind of seeps into parts of your lower parts of dress, but ultimately, it's still just very much so asleep. Kind of just like occasionally its mouth slightly parting open, a little bit of the drool slushing out, but closing occasionally from its snores.
Hannah will be oddly unbothered by this and probably just be curled up a little bit for now.
Mm-hmm. All the while the two of you are making your early morning rise, I'm gonna go ahead and say the next one to wake, Lindsay. You awake with kind of like the sense of a hardened stir.
She'll just be rolling around. Like,
You don't immediately actually feel your doll's presence in the bed next to you.
she'd reach for the empty area, I guess.
You pat down on the side of the bed, and it isn't until you pretty much almost slide off the bed around here that you recognize that she's sitting in a chair on the side of the bed.
Does Lindsay fully slip off?
No. It's one of those things where you can kind of reach your hand away from your bed a little bit and still feel her.
Ah, okay. She's just like... In finding her, she feels comfort, and then she just like a light grasp on the cloth of Annabelle.
She blinks, and for a set of moments, kind of just like pats your head and plays with your hair.
Morning.
Good morning.
Get up.
It is time to wake up. Yes, it is time to rise. There is much to be done soon.
Lindsay would find herself out of bed. Get her stuff on and then head downstairs.
Okay. You rise with the assistance once again of Anna. She ensures that you are dressed well, prepared, and actually begins to like take out actually your armor and stuff. Like, you will need this today. straps you in, and you can begin making your way down. All the while, big question for you, Pride. Did Tyrus sleep in the main area, or did he move back to his bedroom?
I think like he would probably fall asleep at the countertop.
Okay. Then I believe you would actually be woken up by the sound of Lindsay walking in through the door, as well as Hannah.
Oh, my mic's not picking me up. Hello?
Hello?
Hello.
What? What is that? I will throw so many hands into the fucking.
Hey, it's just that.
Good morning.
Hey. Fell asleep down here?
I guess so.
Yes, you know.
Good
So
moment. Rub my eyes.
it's a little bit.
What time is
on
it?
the counter. It is morning.
I'll clean that up in a moment. Excuse me.
Excuse.
Alright. I'm up.
Well, good morning to you too.
Good morning to you. Are the others still asleep?
I believe so. Not entirely sure where they are.
Alright, well, I suppose, we'll just wait here for the others to wake up so we can figure out what we're going to do.
We're
Wait,
in
were you-
here.
Oh no, you were here for the...
Huh?
What the
What?
Was that behind the counter?
That was indeed into the kitchen, actually, which was behind the counter.
Kind of cut to the side here and just kind of peek over and look into the pantry in the back.
Oh shit!
You
Yes.
kind of get a peek, and you can get the only slight faint outlines of, like, Zoran and some pumpkin-shaped thing in his lap.
Zol's kind of waving his arm a little bit.
You being alcoholic in there.
Alcoholic.
Not this morning.
Not this morning, but every other morning, yeah?
Hannah would
No,
probably
it was
stare at the
last
pumpkin
night.
and roll over.
Oh.
Are you both in there?
No way they're getting jiggy in the kitchen. No way.
Do I need to clean the kitchen?
I
No.
think they got lost looking for
Thank
the
you,
cream
man.
sauce.
I think they found the cream
Hi.
sauce. What in the hell?
Might be. Oh, with the pumpkin, really?
I mean, I'm not one to shame, but it's kind of
Yeah,
odd.
don't get me wrong. As
Nothing
someone who's kind of
happened.
weird to myself, I get it, but I don't think I would ever
Nothing
seek
happened.
relations with the pumpkin.
Hannah
Oh,
would
good
probably
morning,
slowly, like,
This
sit
one fell
up,
asleep.
and she's hugging the pumpkin like a plushie.
What's the range of...
Mm-hmm. What's going on?
Hannah fell asleep.
Good morning, sunshine.
Her eyes are like still half closed. Oh, good morning.
Did you two make sure to
so
clean
this
up
will
afterwards,
be
or?
Without the damage.
You
This will
both
be
want
without the
protection, yes?
Sorry, wait.
Does a 14 hit you, Pride?
What's that?
Does a 14 hit you?
For my AC, I believe it probably does. 1 second. Ooh, yep, just by 1.
You take no damage, as it's actually choosing to just simply do a grapple, in which...
Oh, no, not me next! Not me next!
You must beat a 19
Oh my god.
as one of the immediate tendrils, viney tendrils, whips out, wraps around your stomach area, and begins to pull you in towards the pumpkin.
Hey, yo, wait a minute. This is getting kinky as fuck, dog. What the hell? Let's fucking
Oh
go!
my god, no way.
Immediately managed to break
Fucking
free
weave.
of its grasp as the pumpkin immediately just stirs back into a sleeping motion.
Can't catch me this early in the morning.
What the Okay. Okay. Both of you, what are you doing in here?
Seems someone is a cuddle
I'm
bug
not
this
interested.
morning.
I'm not
Okay,
interested
John.
in being a part of your freaky deaky four-way.
You got
Thank you very much.
What?
I mean, as long as you clean up afterwards, that's all I care about. But, like, in the kitchen?
I did not believe into
Nothing happened. We were just drinking.
Do you remember what happened when you were drinking?
I remember what happened. I fell asleep.
Okay, that
You
does
must
not.
have very
that
good
does not
memory.
Then
fill me with
this
confidence.
one curled in my lap and fell asleep as well. So I was kind of stuck here all night.
Right.
It's gonna slowly look over to HG's character. To Lindsay.
She looks back.
Eyebrow raise.
Her arms are just up like with like a shrug. It's a passable story for now.
You're welcome to insight.
Fun, I suppose. Why don't we leave the kitchen?
Yeah, let them wake up a little bit more.
Yeah, that's they
Tease
can
both?
finish up whatever they were doing. Again, no judgment whatsoever.
Absolutely none. Just make sure to know
But-
you guys were the first ones in here, so you're cooking breakfast. Excuse me.
When do we not?
Touche. I mean, I almost killed the last one.
Does that mean they have more fun in the kitchen than we know about?
This is the first time that I've seen that.
I can't believe
everyone's
they
got their
fingered
spot, I
fucking
suppose.
pumpkin.
That's...
You're gonna touch and my legs have fallen asleep.
And how is it 4? There's only 3 of us in here.
I'm not gonna ask questions.
They're
So
perverted
grab-
and illiterate.
Well,
So
I
what's
only
so
just
bad?
woke up and the pumpkin already tried to have sexual relations with me. This is already a very interesting way to start my day.
Honestly, I don't think they would with the pumpkin, because, like, in technicality, it was just hatched, like, a week or 2 ago, and I don't think it's...
That makes it even worse.
Well, yeah, that's my point. They wouldn't do that, and I know them, they wouldn't do that.
I
But
can
with-
confirm no
you know.
sexual relations were probably had in that kitchen. There would be far more of a mess.
That's true. But, I don't know, just getting rough
This
and
is
rowdy with it
certainly a
doesn't-
conversation we're having right
Can
now.
we not chat about bullshit like this, please? I hate it, actually.
Sorry.
Don't do this joke. I'm sick of it.
Alright. Dial it back. Anyway. So, do you have your armor?
Yes, actually. I always keep it with me.
Okay, cool. Because apparently I'm gonna need mine. That's why I'm wearing mine early.
Yeah, I don't. Honestly, I'd be a little worried, truth be told. Mainly just because, the one that we were chasing yesterday, was incredibly accurate and, put our friend over there, it was named Ark, down in the single shot. So,
Right. So, how are you faring?
I think things will be very tough. We'll have to see how it goes.
Okay, well. Oh, have you seen my fork?
Your fork? No. Actually, no, I have not seen your fork. Have you checked up in your room?
I haven't seen a comically large fork anywhere.
Why do you have a comically large fork?
To kill comically large things.
It seems like what you've just said has hit him with the biggest amount of what the fuck of the day so far. He's just very confused, like trying to process giant fork.
She puts her hands up. In short, I went to the market, bought an extremely large fork made of wood, and it's fared so far, at least in one battle, as far as I'm aware.
So only a forkful is an easy way to cheat and say you get to keep everything.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, it's better than.
With
I
one
maintain my
of my
weapons
friends.
this way, using the bare minimum.
I mean, I guess, but I don't know. That's still weird to me.
Well, you have to see it in action then.
Fair enough, I suppose.
I can't find it.
Alright, so Hannah and Zoran, what is it that y'all are doing?
Zol's currently trying to get feeling back in his legs.
Okay.
I'd probably just be washing down or like wiping the pumpkin ooze off her and just, I don't know, getting ready for the day.
Okay.
I'm
You-
going to start a simple breakfast as well.
Okay. So you wipe off the pumpkin and effectively any trace of it, and then you begin to move into breakfast. So I'd say go ahead and just roll me a simple, as usual, 1d20 for the cooking. 19.
Plus guidance, as always, so dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Not bad.
Should I do a roll as well? Because Hannah would probably help.
Absolutely.
1d20, and then she also does the same.
15. Alright. Both of you together in your own individual aspects, one focusing on one part of the meal, the other one focusing on the other. Make a hearty breakfast, actually. A good one to give you enough energy to rummage through whatever day that you're about to have.
Hell yeah.
Hannah,
Mm.
would you like me to have a secondary healing spell prepared, just in case?
Um, hmm. I mean, given what happened yesterday, I think it would be wise. There's only so much I can prepare without, well, sacrificing broad utility.
I mean, the only other thing I may want to prepare would be a fairy fire, in case we need it for combat, but other than that, most of my stuff is just support for today. If we're going to be trying to sneak around.
I'll prepare. Okay, I'll prepare as much on my end for healing. I don't mind.
I pretty much always have cure wounds prepared just in case, so the only difference would be preparing a healing word instead of something like fairy fire.
Okay.
If you've got that kind of spell, I can do a healing word. That's no issue.
Let me do one more look through and see if there's anything I may want to have instead for today.
DM, can I get a roll?
For what in particular?
Lizzie's trying to really spot her fork. She doesn't know where the fuck it is.
Roll me history check.
Straight. Oh. Luckily, double nothing. Oh, I am. Like, 10.
10? You can't seem to last recall where you put it. Make me a perception check.
Perception. Wow.
19. If the fork is within this room and premises, you spot it. I don't know where you left your fucking fork. You left your fucking fork.
The fuck's it doing above the fireplace? He reaches and grabs it. Why did I put you here?
I don't know. A lot of events happened yesterday. You might have gotten jumbled and maybe threw it.
I don't. You know what? Never mind. Maybe it's just best I don't know.
Either way,
I mean, this place is haunted.
Yeah, fair.
if we want to conduct this plan, then we're going to need to do it at some point soon. If we want to catch the darkness still.
Yes, I was actually just thinking the same thing.
Bad news.
Well, we don't exactly know. Hmm?
It seems the wound and the poison upon your friend, while healing, he doesn't exactly seem like he's in a good condition to still go out. Ark, I believe his name.
Yeah, best we leave him here then, just to be safe. And if anything, it helps our case, because the guards won't know any fucking better, so, yeah.
Alright.
Fair enough. Simple breakfast today before we head out.
Ooh, thank you.
Might as well, thank you very much.
Thank you.
So, for today, I can have 2 pass out traces if we need them. If we're trying to be stealthy.
Sorry, what traces?
Basically, I can form a kind of veil of shadows over us for about an hour.
Yellow shadows.
You have to be within about 30 feet of me, give or take.
That's actually surprisingly large, yeah.
Oh, like a cloak of invisibility.
Not quite invisibility, but similar enough.
Oh. How long does it last for?
About an hour each use. I can only do it twice.
Wow. Okay.
But if I'm hit within that time, it may vanish early.
And what, do you lose another summon?
Well, this is a spell, so I'd have to cast it again.
Spell, not summon, sorry. Okay.
With this, then, it should be easy to conceal your movements. Pass by the guards.
Second BRB.
The next thing that is to account for is Ark himself. If he is to come, he'll have to come at a later time. He needs more recovery.
Mm-hmm.
How badly did you get hurt?
Whatever that was made to design to kill something far bigger than him. He's not exactly the best, but I do believe with the aid of your friends here, you probably push it out easy enough.
I healed as much as I could.
Say his name and he appears.
But the poison's still probably a little bit of inside of him.
What the fuck?
With that being the case, then.
Tanner, do we have a map of the city?
You have the map of the city and of the town.
Okay. Zol will
Which
probably
one?
grab it,
Okay.
lay it out on the table so we can get a general game plan of what we want to do.
Which one are you setting down? That of the town or the city?
Is the villa in the town area?
It is not too far from Troskull Alley.
Then
what
probably
is-
the town map then.
Okay. Alright. Let me quickly.
Can't see shit.
As far as you can remember, it is just quite a bit northward of the entrance of Troskull Alley itself.
About how far?
You can estimate. If we were actually to look at the city map, and we're able to move to Troll Skull Alley real quick. Let's actually find it real quick.
Yeah, looking.
I need to set a token down or something near it to keep consistent track, admittedly. Know that it's not far from River's Way.
There's a wagon slide. It's actually written down.
Is what written down in particular?
Troll Skull Alley.
It's on the map. It's just a lot of streets. It's a very big city.
Yeah, I'm trying to help you find it.
Troll Crook.
It's in the Dark Ward somewhere.
I found your alley
okay.
versus my walk. What the fuck?
There it is.
Is it?
Troll Crook.
Should be within these parts here. Have y'all found it?
No.
Yeah.
What's
Yeah.
on the map?
There's Troll Crook.
I'm assuming at this point Troll Crook is Troll Skull at this point.
Is it actually?
Let me get confirmation.
It's the best I see.
That's out to the goat who named all these streets.
Yeah, I think that is just what it is, because I'm not seeing any other ones.
Oh, it's mute. I looked up an interactive map of Waterdeep that I know a couple people point me to, and it's saying it's at Sedan Street.
Which
That
street?
what?
I'm trying to ping it. Next to the high road in North Ward.
North Ward? Really?
Where the fuck is
Oh my
Chelsea?
god, I forgot about the rest of the fucking map. I gotta scroll up.
Hang on, let me literally link this that I was looking up. So I'm like, what's the location? And they said it's here. I'm like,
no,
what
it
the
is.
fuck? And there's the
That's-
troll march. And then all the things next to the troll march and other things, right?
know,
I'm like, oh,
It is on the interactive area there.
yeah. That's I put the link there of the thing I looked up.
Alright. Here we
Oh.
go. There we go. There's the
And it's got the shape too, so I guess that's it.
Yeah, and it's it.
I thought you were saying Troll Skull.
We're here the entire time.
Alright, but here's the map. And as far as you can tell, it moves northward, and I would maybe do a double check on the information, because it does not give me clear-cut information as to how the roads work in this, admittedly.
Can I draw a little house?
You may draw a little house, I would be happy for it.
I'm gonna draw a little house shape right there on the map.
Yeah? Yes, the House of Grahold. Grahond. Anyway.
Oh, Garhand. Ooh.
Mm-hmm. And moving upwards and north, you should reach the villa, which is Gerald's villa. All you need to know, you're moving upwards, and it is effectively, say for instance this is the entire alley of the street, it should be somewhere within Thunderstaff Way.
Okay.
Yeah, around here. You're estimating
So if we
maybe
want to...
20-minute,
Go ahead.
maybe a 20-minute march. March.
You mean walk?
Yes, that's is a 20-minute march. You're in a group. You are attempting to make your way to one area to another. It is now says a march.
Is that really? Oh. I was thinking like March.
You are
Reinformation?
performing an operation moving to an area where you're attempting to not be spotted. I'm assuming so.
Oh. Interesting. Never heard it said like that. Sorry.
But yeah.
So if we are trying to get there roughly 20 minutes, if we want to use Pass Without Trace, we'll have about 40 minutes left of it. Just keep in mind, you do have to stay within roughly 30 feet of me the entire duration.
Maintaining.
I
Actually,
mean, it's 30 feet. That is a pretty big distance.
It's still, anyone who goes 35 or anything like that won't get the benefit. So a marching formation is probably at best.
I think I might have to leave.
It doesn't say you have to stay inside of it. I think you have to stay 30 feet when I cast it.
So, yeah, no. From the specifications, upon your casting, anyone within 30 feet gets this bonus. And
then they can leave and be fine?
No, they should be fine, even if they move, as long as you maintain concentration. It doesn't say that if they leave it, then they do not get this benefit. It's only upon
I was just double checking that.
It said if it would said each creature within 30 feet, not you choose. Actually, no, it would, too much though. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and roll it as they can leave your area of space for the spell, since it's a concentration spell of this kind of make. The only difference is if you lose concentration in any way, shape, or form, then it drops.
Yeah. Works for me.
Okay.
So, if we want, I can cast it now, and we should be set for the hour.
Right.
Because if I do need to cast it again, everyone would have to come back to me.
So we should probably have at least one of this saved up for your escape, I assume. Unless you're choosing... That's right, your friend with the door. Let's see here, I think. I'm not calling him Shadow Master first.
Oh, I don't think anyone wants to. He just wouldn't do it unless we said it. Knowing him, at least.
So we have to at least...
We have the door to get back to the Troll Skull, so our escape is pretty much covered as long as everyone can get through the door in time.
So we have to hope that he did his job. Okay. Unless then. Any other things that we may have to come? Otherwise, are we just still waiting on him to return?
I guess be prepared for a fight. We don't know exactly what we are getting to.
I don't think we will know until, well, he returns. Hopefully he brought back some information. I trust him.
What exactly is our goal for this, by the way? Are we trying to get this item that was being brought over, correct? Are we trying to capture this assassin?
I assume, effectively, that whatever this assassin had possessed, this is object of power, or something that we want within our makes, but this might be an opportunity to figure out what it is they're planning at the same time. I think figuring out how we want to handle this would actually give us the opportunity to get the most out of whatever it is we're trying to do. Are y'all trying to go full stealth? Are y'all trying to do a full invasion of this place? I assume a full invasion would be a little...
It would be best if we kept as low to the ground as possible, because remember, the guards are going to be heading over there anyway.
So it seems like we're doing full stealth for this.
If we are lucky, yes.
If you are lucky. Admittedly, you might... Normally I wouldn't recommend this, but... maybe you should bring Achilles with you.
I mean... Oh, you just want to stick him with us so you don't have to hear him.
As much as I would like to have the ideas of stealth be my forte, it's clearly not, my friend.
Yeah, fair enough. Alright. Where is he again? He's over here somewhere, but I don't remember
You
where.
sent him off to collect information, whereabouts, as well as a route to this place.
Yes, but the fool didn't set a meeting spot with us, though.
I assume
Is he just coming back here?
Go anywhere else. Yes, I believe he's
Mainly
coming back
because
here.
I'm mainly a little worried because I don't know if our friends outside are going to stop it. Actually, no, never mind. He's probably just going to do something with the shadows and sneak inside anyway.
Either way. Is there anything else we need to cover over on the map?
I don't think so.
I don't.
Alright. With that being the case, then, I doubt he'll take long to get to us. That is, if he wasn't caught. If there's anyone else y'all can think of bringing besides him, of course. I don't want to make these decisions myself. And he's just a potential option. I'm a newcomer to this, so you who are more endowed to this should make the decisions.
Is there anyone else? As far as I know, I haven't seen anyone aside from the main group here and our friends who've been incapacitated.
Well, that would be, I suppose, up to y'all's discretion as to if there's anyone you would know.
Anyone we can grab within the area? Not that I know of. If we wanted to take time to go grab them, then come back, we probably lose the remaining darkness. If we're trying to use that to our advantage, at the very least. And with more people, more risk of being caught.
Going twice? No?
Suppose not. Speaking of which, where is... And then at that point, you'll actually hear a noise, kind of coming from this way.
Beeping again at the same time.
What?
In this case, it would be coming actually from your own chimney. Area for your warmth. Seems there's sudden noise being made there.
Lindsay grabs a fork.
Tell me. Hold on.
Ooh. And
oh my god, you idiot! What have I told you about infiltrating through a chimney? The fucking fire is on!
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. It was off. It was
Your
off.
cloak
No,
is on fire.
Wait, what?
I'm gonna
Oh,
push the
shit.
back of his cloak.
Hey, I got it. Hey.
What am I going to do with you?
I didn't think going through the front door would be a good idea, you know?
Well, it wasn't, but... Okay, welcome back. We're happy to have you. Now come talk with the rest of us.
Why?
No,
I don't know why he does the things he does.
because I got style.
You
Just stop talking.
Weird. Said me with a giant fork. Never mind.
Hey, so we're both weird. Alright, so, Shadow Master got some news.
Oh my god.
Alright, so, we're talking, he's kind of like, yeah, you got a map.
Points to a map that's still on the table.
Ah, shit, hell yeah. Alright, so, we're talking for like, I'd say the first 10 minute walk of this. We're talking guards. Posted up on the left and the right. They're pretty much closed off the tower marchway and the Windborne way. So a lot of that kind of areas, they're really like checking and making secure. However, they have not gone through the Thunderstaff way all that much yet. So we have a little bit of an opening, but I don't think they're gonna have that open like later today. So this morning is probably the best bet. So long as we don't distract or redirect towards the tower and the Windborne, we should be set. If we need to hide out, we can use the cover areas in the Trollskull Alley themselves to kind of hide out. Know what I mean? We have a lot of areas and options here. If y'all need to hide out somewhere up here, though, this little cove out right here, a lot of options. And including some other ways to get right to the Windborne Street on the other side, outside of the tower post. So, good options there.
That looks like we're gonna scale a whole building to cross over, though.
Yeah, but, you know, when the alternative is getting arrested.
Fair
but
enough.
yeah, no
You
guard
didn't
yet
see
on
if
the-
there was any, like, sewer drains or anything? It'd be good if you used to take underground.
Most of the sewer ways are actually in Windborne Alleyway, if I'm being honest with you. They're usually the main sort of the streets.
Go figure.
Redirected to the high road. So from this, as far as I can see, though, there is one more thing that I did kind of pick up and eavesdrop on. Apparently, there's someone outside across the street who actually wants to talk to y'all, but is trying to figure out a way to do so, with getting past the guards.
Oh, what? You didn't plan on bringing them down the chimney either?
I didn't know who they were.
For
But,
sure.
there's some kind of, like, dark-skinned elf. I think they
Dark-skinned
run, like, a herb shop around here or something. Either way. They're trying to figure out a way to get to y'all.
Is that anybody
Oh,
that
I'm on
we
the way
met?
Make a history check.
Notably, they're around this area, right? We just met like a bunch of
Yes.
Where is he? That work?
11, that's close enough. You remember actually the herbalist matching a little bit of that description. Actually, the one you had recently first met in Trollskull Alley. Yeah, they are across the street.
I think we met that one.
Yeah.
The dark skinned one. Well, weirdly, I don't remember if we're on good terms. I remember our trip to town wasn't exactly favorable.
It's like the second
Oh, wait.
person I ran into, and I was going to ask if they had work.
Was that the one with their significant other in the shop, or is that the one before that?
No, that was the blacksmith.
Ah, okay. Wow. I think I might need to clean my head. She just lightly
Hey,
takes
what,
off her
go on.
turf.
It's alright, all of people to meet at once.
But, right. Well, that's what I got for you.
Should we try and talk to this person before we do our thing? And follow-up question, if yes, how do we talk to them?
I mean, I could send a little owl out from one of the windows with a note.
If only I had the sending stone. I mean, I feel like it'd be a bit conspicuous to the gods if they just see an owl going back and forth between our house and them.
Specifically, yeah.
We might need to revisit this at a later time, but
I mean, it wasn't our plan to eventually drug them anyways. We'll just start the process now.
the way you say it,
Damn.
What? Why sugarcoat it now?
Yeah, but
I don't know.
I think it's the mind state is a dangerous thing to mess with, and if you get into a certain mind state, you kind of, play with things you shouldn't be playing with. I'm rambling. Don't mind me.
I mean,
You're
I
fine,
could
you're
just
fine.
ask about saying hello to my friend and describe them to a god.
Your friend?
Alright.
Which one?
The dark elf,
Oh, right.
my friend.
Oh my god, I really need to clean my head. She just takes her head off and just starts takes her handkerchief.
What the fuck? What?
And she just
Oh, that's-
Oh,
Furious.
shit, that's...
a small shake, and then she puts her head back on and just screws it
This
back
group
on.
has officially reached a new level of weird to me.
Oh shit! Oh, you don't know.
I do that.
I'm a huh?
But would it be like too far fetched for me to literally go up to one of the guards and say that?
No.
I don't see why not.
I might just like go for a walk right now and be like, oh hey, I had plans with a friend of mine. That is like a dark elf, nice pale hair, the wearing these pink garbs.
Frankly.
I mean, if you just
I'm gonna
don't
try that
act
right
super
now while
obvious.
you keep talking. Are you sure? I'm just going to go and actually do that.
Don't look super
alright.
obvious.
Well, they are my friend, and I was going to ask them for work, so
Oh, okay.
I
then it
have
lines up then.
no reason to lie, actually.
It all lines
Fair.
up.
Unless I'm lying through a mission about all of the other plans, which I don't think that's lying. That's just me not telling them
Okay.
information that's not relevant.
They question too much. What should we do? Like, do we do something, and I will take it as a signal to come and interrupt and say it's time for dinner or breakfast.
That sounds sound. The worst thing we can do is assault.
It would be very strange if
That's
all of us went
not
up to be like, oh, we want to talk to our friend. I'm just gonna go. I'm gonna. Oh, that's not how it goes.
Oh, okay.
I mean, you could just see if they'll let them come inside for breakfast.
Very much. Very much. I'm gonna see if they can come in for breakfast. If you're okay with it, Hannah's actually just going to go outside and say to God, hey, when my friend's around, we were going to have breakfast.
Well, you can actually do that, because in this scene here,
Oh Jesus, I can't see
we have
shit.
the outside. Next, because we need to add the player, like, the actual, like, team token on.
Yo!
Ooh!
Oh,
Ooh.
My dumb ass, I thought those were pine cones. Like, when the not pine cones, traffic cones. Like, when the fuck did we get traffic
There
cones in
is
this?
the team token, actually.
Nice, nice.
I don't actually see anything.
Do you not see
I
the?
could drag Hannah like that. Oh, there we go.
You not see the light token?
Oh,
There we go, torch.
No, I don't see it.
Oh,
I don't think he's added to the torch token.
yeah.
Hannah's
cool
super
enough.
quick solo adventure trying to go up to a guy and be like, hey, my friend and I were going to have breakfast.
Tanner, did you catch that?
Yeah, no, there we go.
I can see.
Yeah,
You can approach any of the guards as you see actually a decent few of them out and about, actually. Many of them seem to be holding the position a little bit across the street. One of them seems to be sitting down here. Two of them seems to be standing guard upon your left. Yeah. And
She'd probably try and look for one nearby that is kind of looking in a general direction and kind of wave politely, like to try and hail them down while still standing at the stairs of the manor.
closest would be this one who kind of like nods his head up and like seems to stand. Walks
Excuse
forward.
me.
Yes. Yeah, something I could do for you. This seems to be like a young, probably 21, freshy guard. Kind of like half human. Seemed to be like half elf from the like little tiny eardrops.
All cute. All cute. Hello.
Yeah.
I know the things with the guards and having to keep an eye on us here is very sudden. I did have plans to invite one of my neighbors over. I don't know if they're still trying to, but they were dark elf with fair hair, ambiguous in nature.
Do you have a name?
She'd remember the name, but I don't know how to pronounce it in my notes.
So it is Fala Lefele. Fala being the easy one.
Bit funny one. Sorry if I butchered the name. Fallout Lefella.
Fala. I don't know. They didn't say that guests were not allowed, but this is also a very stressful situation.
Very understandable. Would it be alright to at least give them a note or something if you see fellow around? They're fellow herbalists of mine. We were going to do business and, well, that's a bit difficult right now. Or if we're allowed guests, we were going to have breakfast together.
Make me persuasion, I suppose, in this case, actually.
Oh boy. Yippee. Persuasion.
Well,
Boy,
Let's go.
they said that you were simply not allowed to leave. You should still be allowed guests. Listen, if they come over, then by all means, leave me the note. I'll tell them. I can send them over now.
Do you mind if I write it right here while you're looking? I've got my little book and pen.
I suppose so.
And Hannah would quickly scribble a thing of, saying the person's name. If you're allowed to, you can come over for breakfast. Say hi to us. That would be just kind of it, like from the Troskull Manor or something cute like that, and she'd pass it to the guard all daintily.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Of course. I'll be back. And he seems to move over to the other guard, inform him, and then.
And she would just kind of bow a little politely and sit at the stairs for a moment.
Okay. It takes a good maybe 10 minutes in general for him to move over, actually run into Fala and inform them. And it seems as the guard himself is making his way back, Fala seems to be following all the same with him. He returns to his post while Fala seems to smile and make their way up. I suppose we'll have breakfast then.
Yeah, Hannah would wave and stand up again. It's like, I know things are very stressful right now. If you don't want to have breakfast, that's alright, but you're welcome in.
No, actually, I've been meaning to actually speak with y'all a little bit. Please, could I come in?
Absolutely. And Hannah would just go back with Fella.
Indeed. You re-enter into the manor and follows in behind, kind of smiling. Admittedly, they do look like a little like nervous, like sweating. It's like, that was a little nervous, I'll admit.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm just not good at this, thing. Y'all don't know about the thing yet. Right. Let me, suppose, sit down for a second. Hello, everyone. Ooh,
See,
and
guys, my plan worked.
some new everyone's too. Hi. Some of us in the neighborhood would actually like to talk with you all, in light of recent events that have occurred.
I'm all ears.
One of us actually did something. We might have, first and foremost, promised me you won't tell anyone, namely the people outside. Please?
Puts breakfast in front of them.
Oh, thank you.
Of course. We got some
I
extras.
promise not to.
Right. One of my friends might have picked at the scene of the crime. And
Oh.
caught a few things, actually. Namely, a couple of things, and then when we were having Martin over, he seemed such a panic, the poor small boy, and he actually also found something that might have been telling. And we didn't really know who to contact, because admittedly, the guards haven't been the most reliable in our street. They're so overworked, there's just too much, and we don't think that this is going to be solved. It could be swept under the rug, and we were thinking that, well, y'all actually drove back some of the thugs, as far as I last remembered hearing about it. And we thought maybe we could ask you for your help. We are having a meeting place at the library area, actually. And we wanted to try to get you to the meeting place, but then we saw the guards around your house, and I don't know what to do about it. Everything we have for it is at the library.
That is troublesome, because to the best of my ability, I, at least personally, would want to help. But they've got us on lockdown.
That is why I am suggesting something that I normally wouldn't do, but everyone kind of is in the same kind of attitude around here. Maybe we take matters into our own hands.
Hannah would kind of grin a little bit. She can't really hide it. We were thinking the same thing. I think we were
Thank
on the
goodness.
same line.
Are we all
Oh.
amazingly horrible people? I think so.
We are planning to get out of here anyways.
Well, if you would like to make a small stop by the library, we do have a couple of things for you that might actually paint a bit more of a picture.
When is this happening?
Well, we are actually all still waiting for you. There, actually. They just sent me out about maybe 6-8 minutes ago. Oh, wait, it was 14 minutes ago, because I had to cross the streets. 14 minutes ago, we started a gathering.
You all look very fast.
We kind of have to.
Fair enough.
But, well, you know, we're very... We want to do what we can. We don't trust that... The guards aren't bad people all the time, but we don't entirely trust all the systems that they cooperate in. We've been self-sufficient away from them for some time in the alley, and we've been doing our best, but this is something else. And some of us have already taken matters into our own hands, and we need to find the right hands to solve these issues. I think y'all are those right hands. Some of us are admittedly in disagreement about it, but they did not have alternatives. So, fair warning, you're going into a bit of a discussion, if that's okay.
That's fine by me. How do
Right.
you feel?
I don't want to make any promises, but we'll do our best.
Okay. I'll ask us for you to come and hear us out. Whenever y'all are ready to leave. Or whatever y'all are doing is happening. I don't know. What are y'all doing anyway?
Sneaking out.
Yeah, we were already trying to figure that out.
We were planning on sneaking out anyways. Look who's finally awake.
My goodness, that's your baby! Look at them!
Yeah.
Oh, I've never seen a plant like that.
Holds arms open for Patchkin to come.
Hurls themselves over Tyrus.
Ah! Good morning to you too.
I'd probably see Hannah about getting a little basket with whatever food's left in the breakfast dish.
Okay. You still do actually have the cookies as well.
Oh yeah. Maybe some of the cookies too.
These cookies were actually really good.
That lovely feeling. How about we send you on your way with a basket and you give us at least how long did you say it took to get from the library?
Actually, about 14 minutes. If anything. I wouldn't even say 14 minutes because I had to technically walk all the way here, so maybe 8 minutes?
So perhaps with this little breakfast basket and such, by the time you're on your way, we might wait. How does 5 to 10 sound? And Hannah would kind of just gesture to the rest of the room. That way, there's a little bit of space between. I don't mean to hold the meeting any longer, but I don't want it to be too suspicious that you leave and then we're suddenly doing something suspicious too.
Oh, it's completely fine. Alright, with that being the case then, should I head out now then and let them know that you are coming over?
This little basket with breakfast and cookies, very understandably, due to circumstances, I'm giving you breakfast to go, and you can share it with your friends. And she'd wink.
She kind of gives a big smile and nods. Alright, well, I should be under my way then. I'll let them know.
We'll be there soon enough.
Of course. And immediately begins to make their way off.
And Hannah would just go to the door to wave them off, and then go back inside. Okay.
Well, that went surprisingly well.
Hannah shrugs.
I mean, I guess
We
this.
should probably make a show of us heading upstairs before we do try to sneak out.
Yes.
So if they try to come through the windows, and see an empty first floor and not get concerned.
Right, so I think now's the time for us to strike with the special baked cookies. Or whatever y'all put them in.
Yes, we have some.
Well, I will leave that to y'all then. I'll be here guarding you.
It sounds fine. But try to not be very long.
I'll call in if anything happens here, but if I feel like it is taking way too long for whatever y'all are doing, I'll also call again.
Very
I can
well.
only do it
Just
so.
We'll keep that in mind.
Good. Be safe.
Please, we have plenty of luck as it is.
I prefer skill when the time comes. Use it.
He's gonna stick his tongue out at him.
Opens his jaw, split.
I'm gonna be quick. I don't know how long I'm gonna be actually.
Everyone,
It's
quick,
lunchtime.
steal her shoes.
No, my my shoe.
Give me the shoes.
Alright. Well, would anybody else like a small break and recollect snacks and drinks before we get into the meat of it?
Fine on me.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
Because
I'm just working on model in the meantime. I'm doing Big Sister Ember's model for Athena.
fantastic. HD. H.
It's Dizzle my nizzle.
He's
Mute.
Oh
dead.
wait, I think he stepped away to eat, I think. Remember he said he was gonna leave midway
Yeah, I
through.
just wanted to make sure whether or not that happened now or not. Alright, everyone, recollect a little bit. I'm gonna go grab myself a plate.
Oh, I'll give you a plate of something.
Huh?
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 I need to think of a proper name for little Patchkin. I was trying to go for Salem, but they didn't seem to react to it too much.
I mean, they're a pumpkin. You could call them Jack. Jack-o'-lantern.
That was a little on the nose from where we got him.
Yeah, exactly. It's a fucking pumpkin. You could call it a very obscure synonym for fucking squash or something, or for pumpkin.
I'm trying to look at like autumn themed names.
Gord the Patchkin. What the fuck is a Peppo? Hold on. Oh, Peppo's just a name for fucking watermelon.
Oh.
Yes, so people.
I can do like a maple or willow could be nice.
Back.
I'm back, I'm dead.
Welcome back.
Well, the cactus is just like, I'm gonna talk to God. 21 persuasion, Jesus.
It fucking worked at least.
Ooh, Briar wouldn't be bad.
Actually,
Yeah,
doesn't sound too bad. I'm not gonna lie, towards the beginning half of the session, I think I either fell asleep or I was very fucking lucid there for a second. Because, like, I blinked and then, like, Tanner was, like, talking about something else entirely. I don't even remember what it was.
Oh wow.
Bro, I had a full system restart. Which one of you fuckers hit my switch?
That was me, I'm sorry.
Bro, fucking flip that shit back now. Right
Okay,
now.
flip.
Oh. Thank you for saving me.
You know what's funny? As soon as I said flip, you started talking, then Discord decided to be a bit fucky.
That's what happens when you give the
So you
god
went
of
all, like,
creation
robotic.
power.
I could just go for like autumn, but that's I'm currently looking at names for Patchkin. I do every session and never find one that I think fits.
Oh, 1 second, I see my wife. I must go and pepper her with affection.
Oh, how dare. Oh, are you like Sage?
Ooh.
I'm going to get all attached, and one day just going to be a pumpkin pie on the counter. Patchkin nowhere to be
Oh, no.
seen. Yeah, I think I'll go with Sage, see how Hatchkin reacts to it. Because Salem didn't seem to be a preferred name for it.
Hmm.
Our return was foretold and hopefully ready.
Hell yeah.
Roll call. Everyone here for this?
Raz
Nope.
went to go. I forget. Say hello to someone.
Basically, say hi to the wife.
Say hello to the wife.
Bother them with affection.
I'm assuming HD's not returned.
If he hasn't said anything.
Well, we are about to conduct a good part of this.
Yeah,
Should we
it's
wait?
good time to get the snacks and stuff, I guess. Good to wait.
And wait we shall.
Hey, Tana, what kind of token maker do you use? Oh,
Are we all back?
no, not yet. Hey, Tana, what kind of token maker do you use?
Most of the time, in terms of token makers, I use this site. I can link it to you. But anything else, I just use Medibang to just edit like tokens that I buy.
Oh,
Like, I'd use this for the most part, but anything else I just edit using my actual, like, same thing I use for texturing, know what I mean?
where am I looking?
Let's get you in your DMs.
Yeah, I was just
So?
curious because I was wondering if I could mess with it.
Yeah, by all means. Go ahead.
Hmm.
Admittedly, I'm gonna give it like 5 more minutes at most, but after which I'm gonna drag Pride, and then we'll continue the dialogue and the journey with just like Lindsay being present. So that way they could just jump right back into whatever situation goes on.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. I see all the token stuff. I'm like, oh, I don't know what I'm doing. Never mind.
Mostly just drag an image in, and you can edit all the little details.
Yeah, I'll let you mess with that if you make one for the boy.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna quickly grab some water. I should be back with Farvers.
Mm-hmm.
Say his name and he appears.
I have
Oh,
returned.
what?
Sorry about the wait, guys. I had to chime in on a admin meeting thing.
We were still waiting for HD, but in 4 minutes, we're just gonna go ahead and just drag Lindsay along.
Okay. I'm gonna head back to the meeting for a couple minutes then. Just message me when it's time. Okay.
Okay, what meeting is this for again?
Pod.
Message me. Ah, okay. Go ahead and do your thing.
Yeah, we're discussing stuff for Naz's character. Bro needs escape. He's had it such like rough shit lately. So we're gonna see if we can't do something special for him.
Mm-hmm. We'll discuss
Alright.
it another time.
Yeah.
I'll let you
I'll be
know
back.
when things are getting back in, but it won't be long.
Yes.
Sorry, I'm back.
Welcome back.
Is everyone else back?
No, but Pride says this message when y'all are ready. Deku, are you back?
No, I'm gone. I'm dead. Guess I'm here.
The banishment. We have 2 minutes until effectively we're just gonna go ahead with this.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Understood. It took a little bit to ask about what's for dinner. I had to ask the question like 4 times. Now I know. Now I know what's up, so I'm ordering a late lunch.
Okay.
Woo.
Get you some lunchies.
Hell yeah. Katsu chicken.
Yeah. I am summoning him.
Say his name and he appears.
My
It's
biggest
me.
regret is the sound effects that start when people join into a Discord. I regret that.
Do you want me to turn it off?
Maybe just for here. Alright.
Mine apologies.
You're fine. I heard it way too many times at this point. With this though, we are going to go ahead and continue. With this, at this point, we just need to actually arrange. Y'all just need to arrange as a group what it is you're all doing now that you're actively initiating your plans. I'm gonna have Lindsay only support. Would you want Lindsay to do a particular task? So, first things first. I believe the first part of initiating of the plan would be to actually get the guards a bit mentally different. So, how are y'all wishing to conduct this first part?
That is a good question.
We have booze, early morning drink, start the day.
Hannah did ask for a 10 to 15 minute, no, a 15 to 20 minute head start to try and get these guys drunk.
True.
Would there be anything in either me or Anna's herbalism kits that could help?
Yes, actually. So, there is certain narcotics and different things that you actually do have to get them recreationally high, especially from Hannah's viewpoint, because she actually bought things like that. And narcotics to help put them more akin to asleep. I believe actually y'all's intention was to actually bake these into something that you could give them and feed them at one point of the plan. We've already
Yes.
confirmed enough materials to actually drug them.
Then yeah, we'd probably would start that or would have done that at some point so we can do it.
Mm-hmm. The big thing is, she's got the mushroom Kisagawa powder, 2 of them. She still has those. She hasn't used those yet. Though, would it seem like something that's easy enough to mask in food?
Depends on the food. That's why this part is actually important. What are you moving and baking them into? There's certain ones that will actually pick up the taste, but there's certain ones that will actually quite mask it depending upon what you bake it into.
Mm-hmm. Probably something savory because of it being like a mushroom. It just seemed like herbs, potentially.
Yeah, it'd have whatever you bake into it will have like an almost earthy tint to it.
Yeah, so a savory, like mutton or whatever kind of thing might be the way to go with that powder.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But she has 2 of these to spare, depending on how easy it is to use up one. Maybe we have to use both.
I would say one moving into would go the equivalent of 1 meal. So if you did that, you'd have 2 meals worth, like enough to feed 2 guards.
Oh, dang. She's only got 2 of these. The other option she has is 2 hive bowl incense, because that is more like something you burn, which it would get more people, right? But we'd also be in the crossfire. You cannot directly target an individual with this, but if you have a room filled with people and you light one of those as a candle or something, that's gonna get people off their ruckus.
Yeah. Not to mention, they would actually awaken and realize we were off our fucking rockers afterwards. That big thing as to why you wanted to use a baked good or something like that is because you could easily mask and just say they fell asleep. Incense is a lot easier to actually point a direction at when everyone's getting high. You can remember that.
Mm-hmm.
Something to consider as well is the fact that technically you wouldn't need to knock out all the guards. You would just need to knock out enough of them to actually move into a direction.
Mm-hmm. If it was put into like a sort of stew instead, or like a soup with the meal, then you got a chance that several people would probably get hit with the effect. Just not as potent.
I'm going to actually say that you could actually... It wouldn't be for as long, but effectively, if you could get the people to eat like 2 portions of the stew, then I would say you could affect at least maybe 6 people. Doubling down on each one.
Because it like lessens it, but more likely to hit several people if they're all honed into the like stew with like whatever thing and it's all a savory meal.
Yeah, so long as you can convince them to eat enough of it. Correct.
You're welcome back.
Something we could potentially do is have 2 separate pots, or dump some into a separate pot that we could eat from if we want to try to invite some of them in for quote unquote breakfast or brunch, lunch, something like that.
One being, tipped off and the other one being just regular.
So it wouldn't seem off since we are also eating it.
Yeah,
But you
characters would
correct.
just quickly eat from the first pot, maybe.
I would also think that stew would actually cook a lot faster than standard meat because of the seasoning and the processing to begin with.
I do
Yeah.
apologize, but may I have like a TLDR.
So we can
context?
probably get that started, and once it's almost ready, see who would want to have breakfast with or lunch with us, whatever we decide to bullshit our way with.
Apologies in advance. Just can I get a really small TLDR?
Oh, as in like what's going on?
Yeah, let's just in this current moment.
They're currently actually discussing amongst each other like what is the best processing way to actually basically drug the guards. It's so that way they can move in the path. They're thinking of actually currently they're discussing about putting the drugs that they have into a stew. So that way they can hit more guards. It would be like a little less long, but they could drug more guards using it.
Before I repeat history, wow, Jesus Christ, were the cookies brought up at any point?
We had mentioned that baked goods is a possibility.
Okay.
They're just currently discussing alternatives that would affect more people in case they need to.
Because the drugs are going to have a more like earthy taste to it, so something more savory would be probably better than sweets.
Yeah, like the DC for them to, in any of the guards to even check for that would be far, like, harder for them to make with something like a stew. But if you taste like an earthy cookie, you can kind of taste that it might have been wheated.
This might have been, okay.
Yeah. So they're just trying to find good ways to help mask, which is helping, by the way. They do have DCs.
Okay. Alright, thank you.
So, has it been decided at all?
Sounds like we're probably going to try for a stew since it's fairly quick to whip up.
Alright.
Easy
I would
stew,
say-
fitting for gods. Makes sense.
Okay. The stew itself more than likely would take 10 minutes if you rushed and did it quickly, using just chopped potatoes, carrots, things of the like, a decent broth, at least enough to get it kicked. You add, basically doubling into the proportions of the mushrooms to put into one stew. So long as someone eats 2 portions of the stew in a bowl itself, then they would be affected. Okay. I'd say after 10 minutes of y'all cooking, y'all now have your tipped off stew. So, are we going to serve this outside? Like, what's this next step? In the plan?
I was curious if perhaps when it was closer to being finished, if Hannah could have tipped off the guards or like talked to them like, hey, you seem really tired, or it's been a pretty wild last couple of hours and we were making some large stew.
Okay, well, yeah, you approach one of the guards, and I'd say, would you approach the same one, or would you approach a different one? Good question.
Before Hannah would walk out, I would cast guidance on her just in case.
Oh, thank you.
Good job.
Hannah would definitely communicate this to the others as well. Like, hey, I'm gonna try and round them up already since it's like 5 minutes till the stew's done kind of vibe, right? So she do that. Maybe if the young one is nearby again, because she already was like polite and said hi and stuff, she probably would approach him again, I think.
He's nearby. He's just
How
right
tired
outside.
does he look? Because then she would word it differently, you know?
Make an insight check.
Oh boy, here I go. Insight with some 6. Wow, not one.
Oh, Jesus.
The
You think
man,
their
his
guards
helmet's in the way. That's wild.
He does have a helmet. You immediately think maybe he's either full of energy or he has none. You're trying to gauge, and you don't have an answer to that. You may think it's one or the other.
Okay, then her general approach to this, because she can't really see how well he's doing anyways, is that, just the general concern of like, oh, are you and the boys getting tired at all? Or have you been able to switch shift or anything like that? I was able to rest, but surely you guys could use a bit of a pick-me-up. We've got some soup and some bread.
He'd make a general reply. Hello there. Well, are we hungry? It sounds lovely, but I'm not entirely sure if I could just leave post right now.
Ooh. So I'm just thinking about this for a moment.
Take your time.
Could offer to bring some out for them, so they don't have to leave their
Yeah,
post.
I guess her persuasion sort of thing would be there. It's like, well, you're so busy and we're kind of stuck here anyway, so maybe we can just bring it to use.
Make me a persuasion check.
This would be with that +4. Oh dear.
It would be. It would be.
It would have gone to an insight technically, so.
Persuasion, and then the D4.
D4.
14 plus 3.
That would definitely do it. As he kind of gives a small style, like, well, I mean, I am a little hungry. Okay. I think a meal would be lovely. Actually, right now we have not eaten yet.
You don't have to go too far. You can just give a shout. We've got dishes in the house, anyways. It's not like we're traveling too far from our home.
I mean, not wrong. Okay. We'll take some then. Thank you very much. Even if it's a small thing, let us know if there's anything you need. We'll do our best to provide it for you.
Use as well. We're all in this circumstance of surprise, anyways.
I know. Again, sorry for the circumstances. It's just,
Oh, it's not your fault, darling. It's okay.
Of course. It gives a warm smile before,
It should be ready in 5.
He gives a lovely nod and kind of moves over to inform the other guards that they are being tended to, actually.
That would be Hannah's just little thing to go in there. Was like, oh, you guys must be so hungry and tired.
Poor fucker doesn't know he's on a trip.
Bro, you give off such good fucking creepy Auntie Ethel ass looking vibes.
With that, though, it doesn't take long for the stew to be done and cooked, and it has a very almost give it smell. It's kind of like a mushroom soup, if anything, because of how intense the drugs themselves are. But it doesn't smell bad. It's probably quite savory.
Hell yeah. We drugging the boys. Oh my god.
The boys. Oh, no. With that, though, assuming you bring it outside and serve it to them?
Oh yeah. I imagine
Zol would help.
Hannah and Zol, yeah.
So.
I can imagine Hannah making just the offhand comment of I don't know if this needs to be a persuasion theme because it's just an offhanded general comment. It's like, you boys look so tired.
We both look so tired.
You look so overworked.
And honestly, the guards don't get this kind of behavior for a lot, so they're just like, if you say so.
Well, if you insist.
Some of them actually do kind of break off from their usual post just to gather around a little bit more. You get about 3 of them at least.
We have
I can
plenty,
imagine Hannah also being like, feel free to take a couple bites. Take it back with you if you need to. Don't want to keep you for too long.
One of the guards does give an odd. I might need an extra 1 or 2 bowls. I'm gonna bring it to the boys across the street.
Of
I try to
course.
bring the bowl back later. No rush.
No. This is gonna turn out horribly.
Absolutely.
I'm
all
so
for it.
here for it. Let's go.
Gives them
With
each a bowl, goes back for some more.
Of course. You get an each bar. One of them moves across the street and delivers some of the bowls over to the boys. And so far,
Jesus.
as they're being served, yeah, they're just kind of starting to huddle up a little bit, eat and talk together as they're enjoying all like the local food. And you can kind of you don't immediately see the effects. It takes another 5, maybe 6 minutes before anything else, but eventually you're starting to notice one of them yawning a very big sigh as he sits off to the stool. This one kind of just kind of sits down next to them as they're kind of now being very, very chatty. They're getting more into the conversation, but they're growing increasingly tired as they talk. It's kind of like when you're in that kind of post-weed clarity, oddly enough.
To post-weed clarity.
I never heard that one
have,
before.
the
What the
most
fuck?
out-of-pocket thoughts that come out of nowhere, but, in your mind, you're trying to rationalize something.
You
But
think
man,
if
I
I
don't
was
need
really
weed
careful
for
about it, I
that.
could eat a whole bag of thumbtacks.
One spitting off like the Sonic comic books, and the other ones I have no idea what the fuck you're talking about. But eventually... 1, 2, 3.
Oh, fuck, dude.
Oh,
Four
no.
of them fall asleep, but only one guard, high out of his fucking mind, just still sitting back and watching. Just watching
No,
straight
fuck.
across him. He has disadvantage on his perception check to watch for y'all.
Let's go. And then we would head inside to cast a spell, then book it. I'm assuming, at least.
You head inside, you cast your spell, and now, at this point, you're all on the outside here, ready to go.
Oh, that reminds me. Turn, I can send you a DM. This is not well, this is kind of D&D related, but on a more personal. You'll see what I mean.
Go ahead, send me the DM. Also, are you bringing Anna? And are you all, any of y'all bringing anyone or anything else?
Lindsay would think within stealth she would not bring Anna because it'll just be one more person they have to micromanage.
Okay.
Yeah, I know. Patkin's staying with everyone inside.
Alright, and I believe you are bringing Kilius with you.
We are, yeah.
Hell yeah.
Mm-hmm. Everyone has passed without a trace. I'll mark that as concentration.
Okay. With that, you are in an active site now. Move at your will and roll me stealth checks.
Oh boy.
Some of these fuckers are gonna wake up when they hear a twig snap, surely.
Well,
Someone there?
Out of character, I think it would be best for us to go down and around rather than having to go up and potentially find people we haven't fucked with.
Ooh, stealth. Let me roll stealth as well.
Well,
I was gonna ask.
I forgot I'm heavy armored.
I was gonna ask, is it okay for Hannah to cast guidance on some people? Or is this like no?
yeah, you could choose one person to cast guidance on, and they can get an extra 1d4.
Oh man, who looks like they've
So
got
Tanner
really
got a
noisy
31.
stuff on their person, yo.
Lindsay's got.
Don't worry,
you.
Zoe can stealth for everyone.
I don't know what I'd do without you.
It's
So,
Zol got a 31 in total.
Zol, you indeed.
Oh wait, how do I add the bless?
Bless does not affect ability scores. They affect guidance is what affects
It's
ability.
guidance.
Oh shit, it's the guidance one. Me dumb.
You good, you're good.
Yeah.
Thankfully you don't have to waste a spell.
I can't do it because it's technically concentration.
Yeah, sorry,
Now,
not
I'm
bless,
gonna-
guidance, me silly. Is that one I can add to my stuff?
It's usually just rolling a 1d4 whenever you say, hey, I want a 1d4 this person.
Oh, okay.
So, who are you adding a 3 to in terms of the roll?
Wait, who, sorry?
Who are you adding that 3 to?
Me, Lemon. Sorry.
You are having a 14. You are indeed stealth. We will see.
I'm so sorry, Simon.
This is
I'm
for
sorry.
the only guard that's awake, and he has disadvantage. By the way, that's a plus 10 to all of us. So for Lindsay, that's an 18. For
Oh.
Tyrus, that's a 9. That is a 31 stealth for Zoran. That is a 24.
Yeah, that's what.
Wait, what was my stealth?
Zol got everyone covered for stealth.
You got turned from a 9 to a 19 because
I should have got to be real quick. I'm just following the
Kind of a
room.
big deal.
I'm gonna roll for real quick Achilles to see how he goes. The only thing is, the only way to fail with things like Pass Without a Trace, unless you just roll, like, it effectively is to roll a 1. You need to nat 1 on this.
Or something that's true sight, I would think.
If something has True Sight or a thing that has anything Perception, or Blind Sight as well, if you enter somebody with Blind Sight, those are the only ways that you cannot, but these are standardized cards. I do not think that they're gonna have anything like that. Stealth.
I don't
That's-
know.
Why am I rolling stealth? I need to roll Actually, no, that is Achilles. That's a 20. Nice.
That's a 30.
He has a 30. So guard. Guard time. He has disadvantage on this. 10. He is just literally yawning, just snoozing as he stares at this wall. It's like, man, I want to get one of those recordings of stories in the books. I want somebody to whisper or just read to me in bed. I need it. I'm having trouble sleeping, dude. I don't know what else to do.
I kind of feel bad for the guy now.
Yeah, it seems that this guard has had trouble sleeping for some time. And this is all at the head. Y'all begin to move. I will actively move Hannah, but the rest of y'all move actively. This is a live zone.
Okay, I'm back. I'm with you.
I got that 8.
No, you actually have an 18 right now.
Oh, 18. No, I forgot. Sorry.
That's a better shit.
Never mind. This sounds like wind.
Effectively, somehow, when you step on a twig, it doesn't make a noise. It seems as to whatever magic is hovering around you is blocking out certain sounds.
Every time she steps on the twig, it repairs. The tree's grown.
Just broke it. Just like you did step on it, as if like if a tree falls, who's there to hear it?
Alright.
Do we sprint here? Do we just not sprint here? Are we still walking? Like, what do we do?
So I'm not an idiot. Where are we sprinting to? Can someone point in whatever direction?
I'm trying to get across the street.
God, nobody's gonna see us.
To be fair, it's not like they can really stop us. They're kind of they're kind of indisposed at the moment.
Oh my god, what the fuck?
He dashes.
Just imagine him waddling away with fucking heavy armor.
I can imagine you just crab walking.
You thought you would hear the cling, 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 cling of your armor, but you don't actually, for some reason. It's kind of weird. Not sure if you like that, actually.
It's all wrong, man.
They should be hearing something.
It's like thinking you're going deaf.
Oh god, dude, that'd be terrifying.
Scooch.
Kinda. Yeah.
Scooch. Oi!
Oh, now I gotta refresh my browser. The thing's not working.
Oh.
Yeah, it was being a little fucky for me as well.
Good thing I didn't have to
These guys
chop all these guys.
definitely still asleep. Like, can't even.
I could probably do it. Just karate chops. What?
Right. I guess.
Whoop.
Boy, I think hear something.
I have to duck down because I'm 6 foot. I'm just gonna duck down behind the box, hands and knees style.
Oh, yippee,
Yeah.
yeah. Hannah's 6'3", Jesus.
Oh, you're 6'3"? Oh, fuck.
Lindsay Short. Let's go.
She's massive golf GF.
Lord have mercy.
God.
Zol's 5'7", so he's not the tallest, but still fairly tall.
Hey.
Guard. Pass on by.
You're standing out in the open. Hey.
Fucking pitter patter.
Is this like upstairs? Is it downstairs?
No, that seems to be just kind of like a 5 foot high, like almost bricking with a fence line. It seems to be like an outside patio kind of like area.
Okay,
Right.
just trying to
So,
think.
The library's to our left. We don't really necessarily have a problem, but hear me out. He picks up one of the boxes, puts himself on the box.
What?
Is he trying to solid snake this?
Oh,
Yeah,
snake.
he's absolutely put a crate in front of him, and he's kind of just pushing the crate slowly. And it seems in the cover of a little bit of the darkness of the morning still. They just haven't noticed. Because it doesn't make a sound because it passed without a trace.
My god, he's learned the
Mhm.
secrets of CQC.
Is this an open? Is
Zol's
this an open
gonna
area
try
that I can jump
to-
into?
Technically yes. If you could climb over it. It's about like 5 feet up.
Yeah, that's what. Zol's
Hannah's
gonna.
Hannah's gonna try climbing.
Lindsay will be on the other side waiting to help you down.
I will not climb, but I will head around the side.
This wall over here.
Zol's kind of just moving.
She's moving.
He got a 31. He is one with the shadows right now.
Effectively, it's still so dark. The factor of just like even just like hiding behind a crate seems to work, even if that crate is periodically fucking moving.
Raz, you're so he's so, come here.
Totally working, dude.
Hannah's just grabbing a chair.
Really cool expert
So
jump.
she can-
Spin move. There you
Motherfucker out here playing Ninja Gaiden.
go. Exactly.
Oh my
Whatever you
God.
do, don't guide one of the guards. Please have mercy. All right, y'all make it amongst the outer areas of the Troll Skull Alley. And with that, actually, let me move y'all kind of like aside. Actually, yeah, these guards wouldn't be here. Some of these guards are still here, actually. kind of perfect in the order that they are right now.
Kind of a
But
big
you
deal.
all managed to make it over to this door right here. If y'all want to move over this way.
Where?
God, I can barely see because the shadows. My God.
I'm sorry. I'll move y'all instead. One.
Darkness.
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 My home.
4. Just right. Yeah, it is. 5.
Ugh.
There you go.
Oh, where the fuck am I? Oh, hello.
How out?
There we go.
Hang on.
Okay. But effectively, you are immediately like at the door of what is the library. What do y'all do?
Slip inside.
Okay.
Slip inside. Is the door open?
The door doesn't appear to be open as you open into the door. The first sight that you actually end up seeing is kind of like representative of an old style library, actually very well tended to and cleaned. This shop in particular, as I will now describe, while setting down some images in D&D chat for you all.
Oh. Let me just switch to my handy dandy little Discord.
Let's see.
The area is called Bookworm's Treasure.
Oh
The front
wow,
of the
that's really
book is
nice.
adorned with a charming sign of a gold dragon curled around a treasure hoard of books and scrolls. Inside the shop is decorated with beautiful hardwood, and an earthy scent of old books permeates the air. Effectively, you could see almost 2 floors of a library filled in terms of the area. Somehow it seems to contain more shelves than the building is able to hold. So it's magically enchanted inside. Overall, you also see the sight of a short dragonborn of gold. Ancestry, in terms of that, of a gold dragon's lineage.
I see. That's where I left my spare door.
To give you other assessments of imagery, this is the kind of also the, like, taller variant of what are some of the things you're seeing. Old
Ooh.
adorned leather.
It's so pretty.
Open
So
range.
pretty.
Yeah, especially considering Troll Skull Alley, this is probably the prettiest place in terms of that. But almost immediately, Dragonborn does indeed step up as your guest, Fala. And they kind of give a small, like, nod as Embrick seems to sit back on one of the chairs, but does not seem very enthusiastic of your presence. Yo, shit, dude! This is what the big leagues look like.
I can't believe I entered the library version of the Continental. Wow.
Gonna fucking smack you. Gonna smack your ass 30 years backwards.
The Dragonborn seems to, like, step forward. I am Rashal. Welcome to my humble library. I hear that you are quite the solution to our little endeavor right now.
Quite possibly.
But come, take a seat. We have a few things to discuss. It won't take long, hopefully.
Hopefully, we are on a little bit of time crunch, but not a huge one.
Paula smiles and, like, you notice that the little basket, as well as, like, the assortment of cookies and stuff like that, are already kind of, like, spread across a little bit of the table. As it seems that some of them have already begun to snack upon the gestures of good faith that Hannah has bestowed upon them. So, right, one more thing. There's one more person that needs to be joining us, but I would prefer it if he'd not have to listen to all of it. Right. Martin! A small 12-year-old boy, actually, who's a halfling. Even smaller than usual. Like, you'd estimate maybe 2'9". in terms of height.
Oh,
He kind of waddles
baby.
on in. He kind of blonde, like blondish hair, but it's starting to actually have a brown patch on the top. Kind of like freckly face, green bright eyes. He waddles in and he kind of looks over at all of them. He kind of seems to look at you all like almost curiously. But overall, this moves over to the center of the room and like actually sits down. Alright, I suppose it's at this point where we must actually come together. We, took some matters into our own, you could say, and I hear that we're not the only ones, if I'm not wrong.
Wow.
You're correct.
A friend, Jezrain, actually caught some of the incidents. He's a Waterdeepian, you see. He has a Aether privilege. And you could say that he actually has someone poking around for us. However, we have not heard much from him. But he is going to be assisting you in the investigative side of things occasionally. Effectively, the plan is he's going to go in and look around, see what he can touch up of the scene of the crime itself, while you all go into the tiger's den, so to speak. A little bit more of a dangerous work that he prefer not to do. Is that agreeable for you all?
We're currently going into the Tiger's Den now, as it would seem. We're talking with the villa.
Ah, good. So our plans align. Paula, would you please begin and actually give your take of what you've seen? Right, you already know that I was kind of in the midst of watering my plants at the greenhouse. On the second floor, suddenly the windows everything blew out. I was surprised. The glass were everywhere. I wasn't injured, thankfully, but I saw in the smoke the cloaked man take something from the body, I believe. Um, they suddenly started to limp away and hide. I believe it wasn't long before y'all actually might have pursued him. I think he also... I believe also as well that he was... I think I might have seen him around the Bentonale before. It's a older tavern-like area, but overall though, I didn't really catch too much, but that cloak, everything about it seems... it feels familiar. I feel like I've seen him at the Bentonale. I can't put my finger on it. But on his way around the Troll's Alley, I've noticed that he was coming back and forth from that place quite often. I don't know if this was an opportunistic thing for him, or if he had the guy that was attacked had a bounty, or if it was intended. I'm not, but that's a place at least. But you said that Hornraven had something more. Right, well, this is what they had recounted. You see, a couple of people are being hired to look into this vault situation and the past murders that it's been leaving in its wake. Apparently, Hornraven, the dear, witnessed the following. Her accounts were, he kind of puts on a monocle. I tell you, it was not a man, more like a puppet shaped like a man, a puppet without strings. It was on the rooftop. It hurled something into the crowd below that caused the explosion. I saw those halflings burned alive. I saw them. Follow then kind of gives a nod and speaks. We are actually made to believe that this person that got this object, I don't think he was the one who caused the explosion.
So,
I think there is a third party here.
Considering explosion was a fireball being cast. That would make sense.
Yes, the guy seemed much more roguish in his methods, I think, from what I saw him move. I don't think a wizard would move like that. But then we got some confirmation as to where the fireballs actually came from. Martin, could you please, dear? He kind of gives a nod and, like, gestures over to the gold dragon born as he sets down what appears to be this almost, like, bead-like, it's described like a necklace filled with different colored, like red crimson-like beads. If anyone who is actually studying that of arcane can make an arcana check to actually see and decipher what this is.
If it's okay, I'd like Hannah to do one.
Make me an arcana check.
Does anyone else want to do one? Okay. Well,
Zol's not so much the arcane type.
Let's see. 6. It doesn't come to mind as to what this could be at the very least. Achilles kind of takes a notable, like, gaze at it. 21. His eyes kind of widened as he kind of looks at the rest of him, but he doesn't immediately say, seemingly to waiting for everyone else in the room to see if anyone catches it. No one else is gonna.
I don't think I technically fall under that line, so I'm not.
Alright.
Considering the company Zol keeps in his line of work, it's not unheard of to be occasionally deal with some arcane people. So if you'll allow me, I'll give it a shot.
There are objects that you have come across in your line of work. Go ahead.
19.
19.
Yes.
Okay. Just as Achilles was about to speak, it then comes to your own mind before he could, Zoran. This object in and of itself, it is a necklace of fireballs. A certain number of beads are bestowed upon a necklace, and each of those beads is the spell trapped within it, Fireball. 2 of these beads were already used. It seems the fact that about, I'd say, 2 beads of it remain.
Oh shit, a fireball necklace.
Hey, you got it! Oh, sorry. Elaborate, my bad. As the Dragonborn kind of scowls at Achilles. Right. Well, yes, we do believe that this was the object utilized, actually. But it was not an object dropped by that one escaping man. Someone on the roof utilized this, and then dropped it off, it seems, when he realized that his escape was too noticeable of an entrance. It was dear Mortem here who had found it, believing that it was a small trinket that he had dropped a treasure to retrieve later. I quickly realized what the boy had in his hands, and of course took it from him, but it was still a curious gaze. We all decided to agree upon meeting each other, not wanting the guards in relish to muck up this case and leave us with less answers than we want. So we come together upon this. And if we all, kind of looks over at Embrick, can agree upon it, I would like to say the fact that we could leave it in your hands. Fala here has explained actually before that you might have already dealt with Xanathar's goons before in defense of that manner.
We have.
yes.
Then with that being the case, it is of the highest regard that I ask that you take care of this matter as well. There's nothing I can offer you. Nothing I could pay you here. Nothing that would be of consequence to me anyways. But it would do a lot for this neighborhood for you to actually assist in figuring out what the hell this was all about. And do it before the guards themselves can seem to evict any sort of innocence. It wouldn't be the first time.
I won't promise anything, but we'll do our best.
You have 2 questions.
By all means.
The bent nail, if there's anything you might know about that tavern, and with the description of the one on the roof, it says some place nearby that specializes in constructs?
No one that I know of who specializes in constructs or any puppeteer of the like. I've never seen a make like that, but I trust Fala's eyes, especially horns. If they say it's a puppet, then it's some kind of puppet. As to what fabrication it is, it's not of my expertise, and I don't know anyone upon Troll Skull Alley who could conjure such creation. But in terms of anything else, the bent nail is a place for miscreants and that of the like. It's pretty open source. The only rule is, of course, no violence on the premises, but they tend to set up their own little grudge-bee matches outside. Hardly anyone else follows any sort of conduct there. But it's a good place if you want a job done undercover.
I see.
Yes. In that kind of place, be careful as well. They don't take kindly to people who snoop for answers, even less if someone actually gives it. As they believe the term, they say, the rat gets the cage? Oh no, I believe it's snitches get stitches. Right, of course.
Yep.
So, yes, anything else that you require before making your journey?
Not that I can think of off the top of my head.
I see.
Guys, I can't think of anything. It's a bit of a squeeze getting out of the manor and getting here. You wouldn't have any other means of safe passage? Or places that you'd recommend?
If I'm being honest, they're locking down Troll Skull Alley quite heavily at some point soon. At least temporarily during the setup investigation. They're worried that so much attention is being drawn to this alley in regards to this vault. So, I think, for now, sticking to the side of the roads and actually alleyways is only the best bet to getting to where you need to go. You won't have many answers at some point soon. But, judging from how you managed to somehow sneak past the guards here, I see that you may not have much problem.
We can only hope.
Agreed. Now as to what to do with this necklace in our possession. I have in mind to get rid of it entirely, but I don't know how important it'll be. It is a powerful object at the current moment.
Magical items themselves shouldn't necessarily be discarded. It may be best to save it for a rainy day, but secretly,
That's what
of
I'm
course.
thinking. If you keep it safe for now, we can come back for it later. Keep it safe with us.
I will hold it into my possession for now. Whether or not it ends into your hands is dependent upon how well you accomplish for this alley. Save it as an idea of a reward, perhaps. Nonetheless, I bid you a best of journeys upon what is to come.
Thank you. Hopefully we will talk to each other and better scenario.
We can only hope.
Well, time is of the essence, I believe. Thank you.
We have a good bit of ground to cover, and we have what? Still about 40 minutes left of the spell? Probably a bit more.
We should hurry.
Maybe
Excuse me. We should hurry.
Right.
Stick to the shadows.
So, I'm gonna go ahead and say you all kind of have decent rolls in terms of this. So, overall, it doesn't appear to me like y'all are gonna run into any interference in just 20 minutes. So, I'm not even gonna roll for an encounter.
Yippee!
Yippee.
Slow
this
Trace is
then.
such a good spell.
It is a good spell for sneaking. Otherwise, y'all might have had a lot more struggle to get there. So, with this then, let me see here. The next step would be this, actually. Okay. Let me go over ahead and set y'all down on the map.
Whereabouts?
I'm setting you all down at the villa map. I'm gonna go ahead and just drag y'all in. Players. You. Not Rex. I gotta scroll down for Lindsay. You. And Achilles. Alright, now let me open the Grand Villa page. And the Grand Villa. Grand Hold. And pop out. And there we go.
Pop out? How about you pop in?
Alright, so you are all still sneaking. You also have a high amount of sneak into this. I'm gonna go now drop you all off. You are right outside the Grand Hold Villa. This large adorned place. It is like a keep with pretty much wooden to stone, like pretty much walling and casing. Probably you could estimate maybe about 5 to 8 feet thick in terms of each walling upon the outside of the entrance. It is a scaled representation of a mixture between a manor and a fortress to a degree. There is stone bricking lined, reinforced stone structure pillaring, but it is also well decorated, well maintained, well ordered with white marble. If there is a rich kid on the street, this is the one. You are right outside the doors, but already you can kind of hear the sound and make of paw prints spreading out on the outside of the wall.
Does it seem like the gate is locked?
The gate does appear to be quite locked, actually.
Does or doesn't?
It does appear to be locked.
Hannah, if you give me a little assistance, I can unlock this.
Assistance? Of course.
And I'll try to thieves' tools the lock.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me a thieves' tool check.
Click on guidance. Do thieves' tools. Using my dexterity.
Nice.
25.
Also, quick question. Am I meant to be able to see anything? Because I can't see.
You can
Yeah,
only
it's
see the
kinda
outside
happen.
here.
Yeah, it's kind of half in the darkness, so you might have to scooch him down a little bit.
Oh, okay. There we go.
Oh, okay.
22.
25, because I was given guidance from Hannah.
Oh, true. So, with this, you do indeed hear the lock, as it does appear that it is now unlocked and ready to be opened. The doors in front of you pretty much stand about 9 feet tall. It does seem to be barricadable, but not currently in full barricade mode. So it is not completely sealed. But you do know that it can be.
This be quick.
You open the doors.
Mm-hmm.
And who is taking the front of the lead and who is in the back? Decide this now. So you'll be the first one to enter.
It would probably make sense for Zold to go in first.
And it would be towards the back.
Oh, actually, there is still a door and gates on the sides of these, so you would actually be able to look inside. Would you like for me to describe a little bit of what you see before taking your first steps in?
Sure.
There are a set of ornate iron gates. The carriage can still see a yard with several large trees, as well as a footpath that leads to the two-story brick mansion, and the eastern towards a detached house. Now, as far as you can see as well, something to note actually. Oh, this is notable. You also do in fact see, actually, the slightest hints of something glowing on the far back end of this pillar right here. If possible, would anybody like to make a perception check to see what it is?
Sure.
I can try.
Okay.
Like
I'll
also
try as well.
guidance.
Oof.
22.
22. 3.
I'm making
I
up
can't
for
see
shit
shit.
rolls today. Let's go.
See, all of the luck that I had was in that first one where I was dodging the fucking pumpkin.
So, Zolran. Upon peering through the gate and looking deeper in, while the other two of you saw a flicker, y'all couldn't really see where that flicker came from. You kind of it focused your eyes, but you couldn't spot it because it would have been gone. Zoran, you immediately spot that of a magical sigil, actually, and placed slightly on the side of the pillar beyond just the entrance. Now, you said that you are not proficient in magics of the arcane, correct?
It's not his forte.
I'm talking in terms of direct proficiency.
Yeah, no.
Do you have proficiency? Alright. Then you do not understand or see what this sigil is, but you do know that it is on the entryway of the doorway.
Any of you know magic? Like, study magic?
Probably
I do.
just picking it up.
Achilles raises his hands.
There's a magic sigil right beyond the entrance on the pillar right there. Can you see it?
Alright. What does it look like? It appears to be the symbol of a lock, but however, it seems to have like three, like almost, kind of like quotation marks around it.
Seems to be a lock. Seems possibly quotation marks around it. If I had to describe it bluntly.
Yeah, that's arcane alarm. Oh, that's arcane alarm.
How does it trigger?
Normally it's attached to a pin or a trigger. So basically, just make sure that you watch your foot.
Are you able to see where exactly it is?
Let me give it a try. Do y'all open the door?
Enough for someone to squeeze through, but not enough to like swing it open.
Okay.
Because we don't know how this triggers yet.
He opens it up, and he's going to make a perception check. I'm assuming you're still going to maintain your 22. And he actually seems to, like, take out a little bit of his chalk, kind of scrunch it down into, like, a paste, and actually seems to outline the line in a white chalk, so that way it's easier noticeable. And it seems to be just right here, right past the doorway. Ah, it's right there.
Don't touch that.
Yeah. So,
If we touch that, we're fucked.
Who's going first? Because I'm back in the back. Sorry.
I don't mind going first. And he'll kind of step over
This just leads into the area, correct?
Yes. Leads into the front yardway of the villa.
How high is the wall?
The wall in and of itself can be checked. The wall itself appears to be 14 feet. 15 rounded upwards.
Might be able to jump that.
Also, what I'm assuming now at this point it's beginning to get a little bit brighter, so I'm gonna go to actually set it to a little bit more of a daylight mode.
Yeah, Tanner, I'm gonna try to jump onto the top of the wall.
Okay, now I can see.
Oh my god, thank god I can see.
So who's going next? I'm in the back.
Hear what I said,
As
Tanner?
like looking back and forth.
Who's going next? Because I'm in the back, frankly.
I'm in the back too. It's between you two.
Hello? Can I be heard?
Yep.
Yeah.
Did you hear what I said, Tanner?
Not necessarily. What'd you say?
I'm gonna try to climb onto the top of the wall. I'm gonna jump to it, I suppose.
Okay. Your standard jumping height is usually 10 feet upwards. You have a bit of a difference, though, given you. I'm gonna say to maintain a stealth attempt, make me an acrobatics check.
Acrobatics?
Mhm. Seven.
I really did eat all my fucking luck this morning. I swear to God.
You do make it to the top of the wall, but the immediate sound of hooves against stone up at the top immediately noticeably Zol. You hear an almost spot in the distance In the hints of the first light of the sun, the outline shapes of dogs, large dogs, lifting themselves up alert. They have not yet spotted you, but their attention is drawn towards the wall near the entrance in which you've come in.
I think seeing the wall shenanigans, Hannah's just gonna go and say, okay, no more.
And Zola is going to try to book it over to the wall over here.
Oh, God, I seized. Excuse me.
While the rest of you are making your way in, HD. Someone slapped the homie. Get him away.
Oh, I'm back.
HD.
Return to life.
Yeah, I was muted. Hello.
Hello.
I returned to people call my name. Hi.
Yes, indeed. Actively, one of your allies has made a noise and attempts to jump over the wall and onto the wall. And it seems to have alerted some dogs, and the rest of your allies moved to cover to maintain their stealth. You see your allies rushing into the villa, while one of your allies is up on a wall and potentially has been spotted. What do you do?
So dogs rushing. Where are the dogs coming from? Where are they?
You do not yet spot them, but you kind of hear and at least have an alert from your allies that something is spotted Tyrus.
Can I potentially hear where they're coming from?
I would say so, yes. You can hear that they are drawn this far. Around this area. To your left. Upon entry.
Assuming staying inside is not exactly a valid idea. She's gonna make her way, down here.
Okay.
So,
Freedoms to move.
oh, so I don't have to roll anything?
You are still stealth. They have not spotted you. Tyrus
Okay.
is the only one who has broken stealth at all.
Okay.
I think the only thing that Achilles does is kind of tries to hushily tells her, Tyrus, get low. And he is actually going to, he is going to maintain his stealth and kind of rush out to the rest of them. At this point, Tyrus, it is up to you. What is it you're trying to do? You could try to get low, get off the wall, or try to restart your stealth, or you could try to engage in the conflict that's to come. What is it you're trying to do?
I don't know how the fuck I'm gonna do it, but I'm gonna try and re-engage stealth up on the wall.
Okay. Give me your stealth.
Are you fucking kidding me, dude?
No, Jesus Christ.
I mean, it's still 15.
Well, that's the unfortunate part. You see, he broke stealth, which means he doesn't have paths without a trace.
I thought as long as the spell is still active, they still get it.
If
Is
they
he within
are
30 feet?
redoing it within 30 feet of you.
Oh, right.
Yeah, you're kind of far away.
If he was within 30 feet, then yes, he would have been able to re-engage his stealth. But, overall, it seems only right now one of the dogs is approaching.
Bro, the only thing I got to use is my fucking charisma, and it's a fucking dog.
And it seems the fact that more feet are being heard off in the distance, as now they seem to be rushing over to the scene.
Fuck, there's no way I can just kind of swing back around the wall, can I?
Oh, you could jump down on the other side, potentially.
I will do that. On look on the bright side, everyone. You have a distraction now.
Hey.
Yeah, we do.
Hey.
If you're up onto the other side, this guy does seem to kind of come in. And he's like, "Oi! What are you bothering my dog for?"
He can
This
see me.
man, yes. Again, it's kind of like iron bars on like in between the stones.
Okay.
And as he kind of like man dressed up and adorned in almost like
I'm gonna put myself up
red,
on the wall so I can
dark
actually
pink.
see them.
The most you
So.
see this man in a dark leathered like bound coat that seems to go all the way towards the floor almost. Everything else is concealed with his hands. Only his hands seem to be showing through it as he kind of moves and try to heel back his dog. What are you bothering my dog for?
I'm so sorry. So I'm a little lost right now. I don't know where I am on the street. I figured if I get a little bit higher, I might be able to see a little bit more of the street locations, but now I'm a bit more lost, and I'm sorry for upsetting your dog. Just occasionally glancing back around
Gives you a
to see where they are.
Stare. Give me a deception.
Deception.
By the way, this is a door, correct?
Oh, that's not that bad.
Repeat. This is a doorway, yes.
Lowe's going to motion towards the door while this is happening.
Now, since there's two different scenarios that I'm trying to manage, I am actually going to ask for turn order so I can keep track of everybody's, what the fuck? Everybody's like, turn order to see what they all want to do and stuff like that. So I'm gonna go ahead and ask for that. Everyone go ahead and roll into initiative. This is not a combat initiative, but there's a lot of things to keep track of. I would like to be able to maintain.
My initiatives are always shit, and I have a +7 to them.
It happens. Alright, descending. I will go ahead and say that my boy Achilles goes last always. So, Lindsay.
Oh god.
You're up.
Alright. So we're still trying to avoid eye contact, huh? Anything here?
I'm still trying to avoid anybody being spotted. Correct.
Something like a combat roll into this doorway. Okay, how far is your... Oh, just 30 feet. I mean, she's gonna go like here.
Alright.
I guess I had my turn there, yeah.
Okay. Titus, as the guy gives you seemingly a hard stare, it gives him a minute. He seems questionable at first, but he's like takes a deep sigh. Oh, what are you trying to look for, laddie? Maybe I can help you.
Looking for the Adventurers Guild. I'm still kind of lost, but...
Oh, you're in heavy part of the street. You need to go a lot more northbound. That
What
way,
road?
find the main road, and if you look right on the main road, there's a place called the Honorable Knight. That should about to do it. That's where it is.
Is there any landmarks I should keep an eye for, or...?
It has a large, helmet with swords across from it.
It's just every so often glancing back in that direction, making sure they're moving. Well, okay, a question as well. Could you tell me more? Essentially, Tanner, I'm just trying to occupy as much time from
Yeah,
this
no,
guy
I
as
know.
possible.
You're trying to bullshit him, but the deceptive is catching his attention.
He is going to... Actually, yeah. Do you know anything about the guild leader I should know? Like a name or anything? I don't want to be disrespectful or anything.
Well, the guy's kind of... And then, of course, you're bullshitting, so...
Yeah.
It seems to be working so far. Zoran.
Pretty big deal.
Are there any windows over here?
No windows. It seems to be a large, just brick installed wall. The only window you think you might see, actually, may come from the second floor, which actually seems to hold some kind of balcony.
Could attempt to climb. Probably not the best idea.
It would be very difficult without equipment, but possible. It'd be a decent DC to check.
It's probably not the best idea. I'll just go try to unlock the door.
Alright.
Can I press my ear to the door and see if I hear anything?
Give me a perception check.
Perception.
16. So, with a 16, you do actually hear voices inside. Quite close, actually. As it seems to be just banter of some kind with a couple of chuckles here and there. Deep, bellowish voices, and that slightest clink of armor.
Looks at Lindsay, shakes head, points back to the wall.
To the wall that we were just at?
The
Yeah.
window to the wall?
Basically saying this door is a no-go.
She's gonna go back to place.
And that'll be it for me. For now.
Alright.
Hello, BRB!
Oh. I'm just gonna say she follows the group. Lizzie!
Our goal is still this door, but we have to hang back at the wall. Man, your character's not in immediate trouble, eh? Character's not in immediate trouble.
Not at the moment, no.
No, see, he's
Okay.
just lost. He's just lost, dude.
Yep, let's just lost dude who's looking for directions. You know, I'm kind of a big deal.
Lindsay's really just bringing up the rear, so I think I'll just skip my turn because I'm not entirely sure if she can just like wildly move on her own.
And yeah, but I think the place might be a little bit on the right side of the road, but it also seems like so posh for a lot of people that it doesn't seem like a best fit for everybody. But hey, whatever bounties get you up on your feet, you take care of it. Anything else you need, or?
Well, tell me about this place, actually. Are you working here? Or... I'm totally open to private contract work, personally.
Well, actually, it may be depending on the kind of work you could do. I mean, what are you capable of?
I mean, I'm a very big man, you know. I'm a bit of a fighter myself.
A bit of a fighter, okay. I guess it makes sense. You're trying to go to the Fighters Guild, and
You know.
further your distraction. That's all.
I'm back. What did I miss?
Simply put, they decided that this room, not it, because people inside, and people in armor inside. So they're finding alternative ways.
Is this a door?
That is a door, actually.
That could be risky. I kind of fuck with it.
Okay.
If I can, I'll move around the other side just to do a quick peek.
Okay. Continue to move.
See what's on this side. See if there's maybe another entrance we can abuse.
You do hear signs of people around the corner, but you don't immediately see anyone, but you do tell that mayhap some people are about to come around.
And I'm gonna move back this way. That'll be a kind of make like the wait motion for now.
Okay.
Oof, okay. I don't think there's anything she can really do here right now.
Hold your action for in case of anything that may come up.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'm not sure what kind of action to hold as well.
In these state of things, it's not like an actual combat scenario, so you could technically just hold anything. Just say, "Hey, I'd like to do something if anything arises."
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I guess. I guess I can just say that. Yeah, there's nothing else I can really do right now. I'm just waiting and listening carefully. I guess.
Okay, Lindsay.
HD.
Yes.
Here we go.
But I'm still bringing up the rear. Unless wherever Delvin goes, Lindsay's going.
Okay.
I think it would be safe to assume that I'm just following. So you can skip my turn if you need me.
Tyrus, you're still distracting. Zoran.
Zol would give a brief rundown. There's a door there. Sounds like people are coming around. Do we want to try for the door?
I'm being
It's in
honest,
front of
man. I
you.
don't think we have all the time of the day to like question or like hesitate on decisions. We need to choose one and go.
Just go off.
Alrighty, I'm off the door.
All right.
Lindsay will follow.
And I'm going to try to these tools.
It appears to be unlocked.
What's on
I assume it's going to be locked. Okay. Then Beacon.
Yeah, you go in.
I'm looking for everyone to follow. And I'll give room for people to come in.
Kilius gives a thumbs up as he's about to make his way in.
Lindsay's fanning people to come in, and then she's gonna like try and slowly close the door.
Okay. The door closes.
There you go.
Oh, this what appears to be actually. Let me open it up again. A guards barracks. You know, the one-story building attached to the manor seems as a quarters for. You could estimate maybe 20 guards based upon the beds, as it seems to be double bunked. Besides everything else, you just find folded clothes, worthless personal effects. It was once a rack that seems to be adorned for holding armors and weapons. Does not appear to have any of the weapons and armor upon it.
Shit.
Are there any spare blankets around?
There does appear to be a couple of blankets on the bed.
If there's one that's negligible to take, Hannah just would have a random blanket with her.
You add in one finely knit blanket to your inventory.
This will cover, you see. I have to get to the ground. I'll just cover myself a little bit. Or I throw it at someone if I'm scared.
Okay.
This is a door down here.
This is another doorway down here.
And Zol's going to come down, see if it's locked.
Does not appear to be locked.
Ear to doors, see if he hears anything.
You barely heard the last few steps of something walking away from the door, actually, and moving, you can estimate, to the left. Probably the thing that was coming around the corners.
And it's going to go through.
Okay. With that in the case, then, do you close the door behind you or leave it open?
Leave it open for everyone to come through first.
Okay.
Lindsay will stand at the door to, again, fanning everybody outside before closing it.
Okay. And you see one door right here.
Here?
Yep. But
Sounded like
while y'all
that's
are
where
doing
everyone.
that, go ahead.
Go ahead.
While y'all are doing that. All right. Well, I think that's about this place. Well, it takes contracts. If we need the muscle, do you have anywhere we could find you besides the Fighters Guild, or is it just the Fighters Guild?
Well, not at the moment, I suppose. Well, I mean, if anything, yeah, just send word to the Fighters Guild. They'll probably be there.
All right.
Very
What do I call you?
quickly, my name is Tywin.
Tywin. All right.
What's your name?
My name's Herv.
Herb. Would you like to share a drink with me, Herb? And he's gonna pull out the alchemist flask.
I couldn't.
Oh, I insist. It's fine. The meeting of first
I
friends.
shouldn't. I'd make a persuasion check.
Kind of a big deal. Ah!
I can't. I just can't. I'm sorry. I have my other job to do. I have my dogs to take care of. I can't be afford to put behind. Speaking of which, I need to get back to duty, but
Of course.
I'll
Do your
I'll let
dogs
you
need
know.
water?
No, it'll be fine. They have their own little
No.
thing. Thank you, though.
Okay.
You have a blessed day.
Of course, you too, my friend. The fence is. You said it's like an iron fence, yeah?
It's like it is like basically a brick, entire brick thick, wall, which has like in the middle of it, like iron fences going a long ways.
Okay. But you can otherwise see through it, correct?
You can see through it, correct, for the most part.
Then, hold on. Let me think about it. Is it like the same thing all around? The entirety of the property, or just this front
Some
bit?
parts are kind of just hardened, but some parts are like the same.
I'm gonna walk in the direction that he had pointed me to, but I'm gonna kind of duck around one of the more solid brick layers so that way I can ready myself in case something goes south.
Okay. You duck around, and it does appear the fact that he has no visage of you. Alright.
Okay, alright. I suppose you can take me out of turn order for now. I got nothing else to do, just prepare.
Okay. With that, the rest of you?
But you guys time!
You said people went left. Is that left from looking down or just from like looking at the map?
Left from looking southward. So it'd be this way. They went around.
Okay. Horses.
Peter the horses,
yeah. Motion towards the door behind Lindsay.
So, actively, y'all just continue your way through?
Might as well.
Alright. So, you're opening the door here?
Yeah, slowly.
Okay. It appears to be that of a kitchen. An unlocked wood door leads from the yard to Mansion's kitchen, which is stowed with cookware and utensils. A large fireplace is used for cooking meals.
Is the only other door down here, or is there one above as well?
There's one right here and one right here. Oh wait, that's weird. Should be like.
Yeah, it's cut off.
It reset.
It was cut off right here.
Weird.
It's safe to assume that is where all people are gathered. So probably go down to the southern door.
There we go. That's better.
See if you can hear anyone on the other side before barging through.
You hear not anyone inside just yet.
I'm gonna try to push the door open slowly.
Okay. A pantry.
Peek. Oh,
This pantry is lined with shelves containing dry food, stuffed spices, folded tablecloths, and jars of preservatives. Casks of fresh water, ale, and wine are stored here as well. And if you could also see at some points what appears to be a barred door, which appears to be also a back door that leads, as far as you could tell, probably to the streets. And however, there's two things you noticed in here. Corpses.
oh,
Apparently there's two servant corpses laying on the floor in here. One drenched in the pool of blood as it remains seated against this crate. The other one just splat out, pretty much rammed against this wooden shelf here, with splats of blood remaining on the wooden shelf itself.
I'm gonna take a step back and close the door.
Okay.
I'm assuming the others are just following.
Yeah, probably follow.
That's up to them. That's their token to move.
There was two corpses in the pantry.
Wait, how did
Look
they
like
end up dead?
Question.
I'm not sure.
What
I
was that next to you?
Do you mind if I look?
don't take too long.
So is it, what was it?
They appears to be in here. Towards the southern door.
So, so Hannah would try to take a peek.
Okay.
And she'd probably have a medicine check.
You look through and you bend down to see one corpse linked against this crate, another one which seemed to have been slammed against the shelf. You took a look through the corpses. An older male, a human. It seems to be of that of a butler, adorned in almost like gold outlines upon trimmings. And as far as you could tell, actually, with a medicine check, 21. I'm gonna say that's a 21 for both of them. You're already proficient in it.
Mm-hmm.
This man had been killed quite thoroughly with a needle-like dagger, which had been inserted through the neck, and has been actually set against the crate quite stealthily. The other one, however, a younger male halfling, which appears to be adorned in a cook's attire, seemed to have actually been killed quite roughly, potentially in terms of surprise, but also has a similar stab wound japing from the neck, moving upwards towards the jaw.
Mm-hmm. Is there much blood coming from that? Or is it like expertly punctured where they're making sure it doesn't leave much blood splatter?
The first one was
And how
punctured.
long ago was it would be the two things?
The
That
first one seemed to have been done expertly, actually. Very small traces of blood, if any at all, only at the puncturer's end of the neck. However, small blood splatter made against the shelf, actually, it shows that the second one wasn't as clean, but still quickly ended.
and her last immediate thing she's trying to resolve is time of death. How long ago?
Within 3 hours.
With that, without really disturbing the scene too much more, she'd back away. She'd probably relay this. Butler and chef. This punctures some sharp kind of needle-like blade. In the necks. Well, at least up her around there. But not too much blood splatter, at least with the butler. The chef, a little bit more brutal.
I don't know
This
if
was
y'all
less than 3 hours
noticed,
ago.
but I'm not seeing like alarms blaring or like guards everywhere. Like, I think The killer might still be here.
Very possible.
I'd leave the door shut that way. If the dogs find out, they're not gonna smell to death.
That's kind of a small problem.
Yeah.
They're dogs, they have like a really keen scent.
Yeah, that's why I'm keeping the door shut right now. Because this was like 3 hours ago, maybe. It's not been that long since they were killed.
But wouldn't that mean that the scent went cold?
Alarms tripped or not, dog noses are good. So wherever you want to go next, or wherever we need to go, we need to do it now.
The only other way is to go up, but I think people are still there. I'm gonna put ear to door. Oh.
Hmm?
Zoran's trying to hear into the room above.
You don't necessarily hear anything, actually.
Check to see if door is locked.
It does not appear to be locked.
Slow push to try to peek inside, see if he sees anything.
You push the door open. And you see into the room itself, which apparently is a interesting effectively kind of like the laundry room, if anything. Adorned different sets of clothes, lighter and pillars. It just stacks upon stacks, made to be tended to. It contains scrubs, water baskets, soaps, mops, and chamber pots. However, that is not what catches your attention immediately. Another corpse lays split actually open upon the stomach. A very open wound. This one seemingly made with very intendedly that of a display. A middle-aged female human. And seemed to be adorned with almost that of a dressing of the head maid. It seems the fact that whoever killed her had actually intended her to die swiftly, but the crawls of bloodstains on the floor shows that she attempted to crawl towards this doorway and died soon after.
So I was going to take a second before looking back. Another corpse. We're
Oh,
pushing in
goodness.
and see where she was trying to head.
She seems to have been heading this way, is where you can see a door, but also a set of stairs, actually.
Going
Hannah
up or down?
probably, uh,
Hmm.
that's how you go.
Go ahead.
Hannah's probably going to inspect the corpse while you're doing that, so I just ask if I can do a medical roll while you're searching. And then you can get to me.
Okay. Do the stairs go up or down?
They go up.
I'll do one more check on the door, see if we can hear anything.
You do, in fact, hear the same sounds of chuckling and kind of just clinking of armor.
Okay, so that's the room. And
While y'all are...
he's gonna wait.
Go ahead.
Let's just say he's gonna wait for Hannah to finish before motion to follow.
Hannah?
Alright, Hannah's going to be inspecting this body as well. Same questions as before, if there's any sign of the main weapon or the recurring weapon and how long ago. She's assuming it's the same, but she's, crossing her T's, dotting her I's.
This one was a little more brutal than before. This one seems to have a much more hardened set of wounds. They attempted to disorientate and bludgeon first, knocking her down, as far as you can see from the bruises made upon her head. And then, eventually, you can estimate probably through a series of struggles, he split her stomach open, expecting her to die without the ability to call out. She crawled, dying within minutes of the wound being made.
Dang. All these assaults that happened very quickly and thing. Okay. What the fuck? This was only a couple of hours ago. You can just see her like mulling it over basically. I don't think she'd have too much else to really put into it, but I guess she'd want to check if there's any signs of poison.
No poison. This was direct wounds. These were made with quick precisions to try to kill. Some of them successful, some of them not.
Okay. Man. Okay, well, I guess she wouldn't have much else to really add to that. Yeah. Yep, that's all she's really got.
Okay. With that, then. Pride. You do find the fact, at least being somewhat able to see through the entrance, there doesn't seem to be as many people over there anymore. And the doorway is still open, left opened actually to be unnoticed, thanks to your distraction.
I think I will make my move.
Alright. You begin to trace, actually remembering back hearing the words of a tripwire jumping over, and making it through the entrance. You look to your left, there seems to be the outlines of 3 figures over there, but not yet have been noticed your presence. It's possible to still make your way over, but at this point it's a question of where do you go from here? You saw your allies move this way to enter through this, the doorway, instead of that of the front entrance. It's still possible for you to make your way to the front entrance, however. What do you choose to do?
I'm gonna kind of trace their steps. I'm gonna follow the same path that they took. I'm gonna head down here and then head over. And I don't know if it's a good idea to move up to the door over here.
You feel as if you were to move through that doorway, you might have to make one more stealth check to get through that doorway unnoticed.
You're talking about the one up here, yes?
Correct.
Okay. And thinking rationally, if they didn't go through this door, there's a reason behind it. So what I'm gonna do for now is I'm gonna stick at the corner. I'm gonna watch and wait for a moment for me to be able to just slip by and in.
Give me a perception check to see which moment in particular you think would be the best.
Perception.
3.
Of fucking course, dude. Oh my Jesus fucking Christ.
So this is what I'm going to do. You're looking out at the cross. At this point, at some point, your nerves get the better of you. And you have to, at some point, you just think into your mind, I have to chance it. I can't leave them behind. I'm roll a 1d2. 1, you get caught. 2, you're scot-free. That sound fair?
Sure, I guess.
Your choice. You can find another way. You can try to figure out a different path, and you could tell me what that is. But if this is what your character's trying to do, is wait for a moment to go through, the only way is a 50-50.
Is it possible for me to peek the door over here, but not enter?
You would have to also reassign yourself a stealth check to open that door without being noticed, and then peek in, see what you could spot, and close the door without being noticed. So you can roll
Okay.
stealth. Just fair warning. This is to open the door.
I have a bad fucking shot either way. Alright, fuck it. We'll do it.
Okay.
I'm not good at stealth. But the fucking but the fucking coin toss is even worse fucking odds for me right now. Ah, shit. I'm not passing this.
Hear me out.
Hmm.
He is in within 30 feet. The spell does not say I have to see them.
It is true. It is true.
And they were designated before, so they would still be designated for the spell to take effect.
There's words that I can have against it as arguments, but I'm going to allow it.
Fuck.
That 9 is turned into a 19 as suddenly you feel yourself moving almost like shadow, as if a blur is around your skin. And you recognize as you open the door, no noise is made, recognizably as to why. You're near your ally again.
He's gonna very, very wiry grin on his face and take a half step inside, glancing around.
You look in and you find two very heavily armored, bloodied mace-wielding men. One seems to even have a dagger in his hand, as they are both seemingly enjoying that of a meal in the midst of bantering with each other, talking about different assortments of jobs.
Okay. So I already passed my fucking stealth check.
You also see a door this way. You see a door that way. And you see a door and a set of stairs this way.
The other building's over in this direction anyway. I think I'm gonna go for the door.
Okay, go for it. Move your way.
Alright. I'm gonna push open the door. Oh.
That's a map player, not GM there.
Earthquake!
The entire world shifts for like 2 feet.
There we go.
Alright, I'm gonna push open the door.
You immediately look towards your right to see Zoran at that set of
Holy
stairs.
shit! Oh, okay. He's gonna take a step in, close the door behind him. Thank you for saving my eyes out there.
Makes like a want to strangle you motion before pointing to the stairs.
He's just gonna nod and fall in behind. Is Hannah in the same room? He's gonna wave to Hannah.
Hannah would just wave meekly while basically standing above a corpse.
Very on brand.
You see a very brutalized corpse of a woman there as well.
She'd kind of mouth, I didn't do it.
He's gonna close his eyes and nod, and then prefer to look away from that.
With that, I'm assuming you head up the stairs.
Yep.
Okay. Now, we are going to go over to this, then. Let me grab you all up real quick. And you were immediately met with the sight of a secondary floor.
Ah, there we go.
As you go up and make your way in.
Ooh.
Back here. Bad.
I don't know how that happened.
Magic.
I hit the down button. I don't know where I went. Trying to move to make space for everyone to be moved up.
You do hear almost very crowded sounds coming from this doorway to your right, Zorin. A lot of sounds.
Can I try to make a check to determine what types of sounds these are?
These are people. A room full of people talking.
Can I make out any, like, specific sentences, or is it all just chatter?
It seems... Make me an insight check.
Fitting.
15. It seems worried chatter, as if people are in a bit of a stupor and a panic.
Anything to the door on the left?
Nothing. You don't hear a sound.
Slowly move over. I still have my stealth from earlier, correct?
Your what?
My stealth from earlier, it's still the same.
It has not been broken.
I would like to peek into the room with my 31 stealth.
The door appears to be locked, actually. No.
Oh.
No. A lock would indicate that you couldn't turn the handle. This is barricaded.
Huh. And we're back. Doors barred, worried chatter. And he's going to peek into the room, the other room.
Okay. Entering into the room, it seems to be that of a servant's quarters. This is a simple stone, paving room with a simple bed. Nothing seems to be more, just a couple of posters up on the walls and such.
Hmm.
A painting or two.
Slip back out. Seems like we're in the servants' area.
I don't like this.
I don't care. Want to slip by the others to go around for the other door if they will allow me to.
Yep. Take a half step into the wall. There you go.
Yep.
Slip by the Hannah to get the door. Unless
You open
she would
the
like
door.
to check the door.
Did we check the other door that's over here?
That's the door is barred. That's what he was saying.
No, but like, is
Barricade.
it barred from the inside or outside?
I
It's
assume
barred from
inside.
the inside, it seemed. Actually,
Okay.
I see it pushing on it, and it wasn't locked, but it wasn't moving as there was something behind the door.
Okay.
Yeah, Zol told you the door was barred and that there was a nervous chatter from the inside.
I heard that, but I just didn't hear the specifically about the door.
Ah. And I'll let you peek through this door.
You enter, peeking inside. It's just another servant's wing. It sits on with some stools, another simple bed, a couple of paintings, but overall, more of a privatized little room.
Is that all the doors in the area?
In this certain area, yes, actually. It seems to be the way path to a servant's quarters.
Back down. We can deal with the bar door later. That's all up here.
Bet. Gotcha. And I will move you all down if you all stay in a line.
Oh.
Iris, what was in the room you came from? Points to this area. He's looking at Tyrus, being like,
Okay, I didn't know if you were talking to me or not. He's gonna
I will speak
hold
up
up
a little
two
more.
fingers. Hello? Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
No, I was saying I'll speak up more when
Oh, okay, so sorry. Yeah, no. He's gonna hold up two fingers. He's gonna just kind of whisper guards.
So you look into the room, like before you. It seems to be that of a great hostile. Overall, you begin to notice a few things. The floor is strewn with bodies, actually. And two thugs seem to be holding bloody maces, as far as you see. You couldn't see the bodies before, mostly because they seem to be slumped against edges of the wall, almost like lined up in a very executioner's fashion. A sound of fighting can be heard coming from the top wide staircase, actually, as you hear it up in the north area. There still seems to be that of a rummaging fight happening actively. Two iron chandeliers hang from the dark mahogany ceiling above the dining room table. It seems to be a red larchwood, just in general, of a style in terms of its decor. Chairs around the table in particular, a tall, elaborate chair at the end, each for kind of like a different fashion for different sizes. Lining wood panels, tapestries, you know the works. There seems to be locked wooden cabinets as well, with fine dishes, silverware, candlesticks, expensive. A fireplace with a black marble mantelpiece, with a framed family portrait above. As far as you know, this seems to be that of noble faces, actually. Lords. Depiction. A lord, a lady, and 3 young children, and a family dog that seems to have, as far as you know, probably passed. There's about 8 corpses in total. Seemingly that of beaten down guards.
those aren't guards.
As well as, noticeably, 2 other dead corpses, that in black armor. Every single one of them human. You notice that the 2 people sitting at the table have the same black armor, that with some kind of symbol on it. A symbol that you had recognized at one point, alluding to the fact that they are also a runner in this bounty. Zoran, if you were to pick out anything out of the sights of the symbol from being told, this is Zentarin. This is another runner in your race.
Oh, that's great. Hannah was literally about to mention Addison Term cell swords.
Mm-hmm.
You
know what
see
they
Zola
say? Murder.
walk over here, motions to banging his head against the wall. Walking back. Okay,
What?
sit there.
You.
So either we can fight them now, run up the stairs, where there seems to be more fighting, or we get pincered between the two.
I look to pay attention to the time. It's currently 12.
It is. We are
Right.
about to end.
Would you have told her the opposites in Term cell swords?
Yeah.
There were 2
My
of
boy knows
those
nothing.
outside the building that got blown up.
Oh, lovely.
I don't know about you, but I am geared to patch you up. And is the sound of the fighting so visible, or that not visible,
It's
audible?
still audible. There's still a scuffle in the midst of actively happening. You could hear from upstairs the sound of clinking metal, slamming bodies, everything.
I think we know who's the servants.
On one hand, we're butting heads with people we probably shouldn't be. On the other hand, if we help these people, that might give us more clues too. The more sellswords that are dead, the better chance of finding information on the two that blew up the fucking building next to us.
I guess we're doing this.
But that's up to you.
Not like I have much of a choice, or it sounds like we're gonna be fighting either way. Unless we are leaving.
Got the advantage of surprise, and might as well use it, right?
I'd say so.
Might as well.
I'll just crowd around them and just start fucking kicking the shit out of them before they realize we're here.
How about we end off with the grand entrance?
Banger.
So, y'all want to go ahead and step up? Because they're turned away from you, enjoying a succulent time.
I'll totally just sneak along the side of the wall, just surround one of them, and just fucking beat him to death on the first turn.
Would you guys be okay with ending the session off with the, like, sneak attack initiative thing?
I would love
Okay.
that, actually.
That's fine, yeah, because it's getting pretty late.
Yeah.
Go on ahead, then. Position yourselves as you see fit, going in. As currently, let me take a think here. The only way they could ever actively beat your check is if they're actively looking out, and I've said several times, they're not looking.
There's something Hannah would want to do beforehand. If there's anything she can put at this door to block it, she would.
The most you have at your disposal in this room in particular is a filled water sink, which is heavy, another sink, and a pile of clothes. So you can make do with that.
And then the other thing is, if she has a little opportunity to, when they sneak out, she'd probably want to put the blanket over the door handles or something.
Okay.
So that's probably what she'd do.
So, you just take a bit of time, say 5 minutes, to move things in place to block out this door. I'm going to go ahead and put a mark there for future reference in terms of what that is. I'm going to put brown for barricade. And now, there we go. Now position yourselves as you see fit.
Alright, is it easy enough to just sneak into the room?
The only two people there to notice you are in the midst, so long as you do not get within their peripheral vision, which they are faced this way, then you should be okay, and they will not make a perception check. You have a pass without a trace on still.
If you guys are going to be sneaky, I'd do it, because my plan was to be a bit loud.
Either way, we're going to end up leaving in a fight anyway. Might as well deal with the ones who don't know we're here first.
Lead the way.
This is our first adventure, first fight. Let's go.
I would make like excited, like little fists up kind of thing. What?
Killius is immediately matching that energy.
Yeah. The random people.
Are we all surrounding him, or are we? Because that other guy's gonna.
HD'd be excited to do this kind of shit. HD, get in there.
Hannah would kind of wait for
She
the
fell
others to
asleep.
start sneaking over there, right? Because she wants to kind of try to put the blanket over the door.
I believe this is the one you're attempting to assassinate right now.
So, if it's okay for Hannah to start heading this way, she's in danger of being in the peripheral, but, you know.
She is
Wait,
out of
where am I
danger,
going?
effectively. So long as you don't go, like,
Here.
this way, past
Here.
these lines, you're okay. That's a
Yeah,
problem.
she's just gonna be... She'll be right here. Would that be still kind of edging it?
I think that would be edging it. He'd have to give a perception check, but if he fails the perception check, then he just doesn't see you at all.
Okay,
willing to
she'll... You know what? If they're looking at her, that just makes it easier for the others. Alright.
So you're gonna wait for everyone else to be in position?
Yeah, for them to basically start getting in a position, and she's going to head to the door.
What are you doing, Lindsay?
I'm confused. Am I moving there, or am I still? Where am I moving?
They're all about to jump this man while he's not looking.
So logically, where would I be? Like,
Well, if everyone's gonna jump this guy, I'm gonna head down and get ready to attack this other guy.
Then
So-
swap places with me.
Yeah.
all right. So
Here, I'll jump down one. There we go.
Everyone's about to jump these two.
Yep.
I'll just be here where I am.
Okay.
I'll move one more down for what I want to do. I need a little bit of space.
All right.
So
Ooh.
Do I need to make
Go
that
ahead.
check still because of where I'm standing?
If you plan to move at all right here, which you would need to in order to actually do anything to the door. Yeah.
Yes. Yes. She will nonchalantly be looking to just tie up the door with that little blanket.
That's a 13. It does not beat your 14. He does not perceive you. He does
Okay,
not
she's
perceive
just casually going to the door and blocking it. Fuck.
So, yeah. HD, what are you doing?
what's this man's hero doing?
Yeah, he took out his he took out his staff. He's about to fucking whack this man. Actually, no, he took out his dagger. Oh shit, he took out his dagger. About to get actual genuine payback.
What are you doing here?
I am ready to go into my story wild shape, fuck them up, and then use my scimitar.
Assume they're facing into the table, yeah? Fucking just choke him out.
I know it's better if I just do that, so the space is good for me.
You're trying to grab and choke him?
Yeah, because he's not facing me. He's gonna be caught off guard. And anybody who can attempt can. So the logic is I take him, pull him backwards, and then he'll stab, and then he'll, what's it called? This man
Alright.
stab, and
Bet.
then you would stab.
Roll me with advantage, athletics.
Jesus.
20. Okay. Everyone, you actively begin to make your move. With advantage, make your attacks.
Can Hannah do an attack too?
You were not spotted, so I do believe you can actually technically make an attack. As long as it's ranged.
Oh, I can double up. I can use arcane weapon for this.
Toll of the dead on the closest one.
This guy's going to dagger him at the 25. For 5. You are all jumping these men.
Yeah.
That guy's
better.
advantage.
I'm not gonna do my story shape.
Toll of the
shape.
Yeah, once
fuck 'em up.
everyone's done, I'll do mine.
Yeah. You want me to help you with this one, or should I just knock
don't
it
have
out?
Do whichever one. Yeah.
You are going to need to make a decision a split second, Zoran.
Yeah.
Now, choose one and go.
When everyone else is going, I'm trying to find a fucking spell. There it is.
Yeah, Hannah's attacking the closest one to her.
Guiding bolt. Understood. Alright, with that, actively, Lindsay starts off the attack, immediately gripping the man by the neck and pulling him back as a dagger seems to enter immediately into his lung, plunging deep. All in the immediate expressed time, a sudden guiding bolt shoots across his head as a Toll of the Dead immediately rings on the other side. He's getting hit from both sides simultaneously. Calculating the damage. That's an extra 1d12 from Hannah, please. Roll that.
Yep. Okay, 1d12. 12.
Oh,
Credit them.
I say fuck this guy.
Deleted bozo. Deleted bozo.
All the meanwhile, immediately, the other man gets assaulted by, I believe, how are you attacking him, Bride?
I'm gonna try to embed my sickle straight in his fucking neck.
Okay, make your
That
sickle
is with
attack.
arcane
18.
weapon as well.
Understood.
And I'm
That's
gonna
an actual
imbue that with acid.
minus
D6.
15 minus 5.
6.
And immediately this first guy is dead. Met with a fate so swift he barely could have time to process it. Even that I got a chuckled, like, almost exhale of pain as his last mental note. As you attack with the sickle does 4, that's plus 6. You do 10 damage to this man immediately, as a sickle slashes deep and across the neck into the chest as it hooks, and he pulls back, tearing away some of his flesh. He is still up, he is bloody, but he wields his mace, and that is where we're going to end off for the night.
Yee.
Hey.
Well, I hope that tiny bit satisfied a little bit, but it was good leading in. Hope y'all had fun.
That was lethargic.
I
Bro, I don't know how the
One
fuck
more.
I managed to talk my way out of the fucking front gate.
You got lucky.
Hell yeah.
Why did
Kind
you
of a
follow
big
us?
deal. Because I wanted to be fun.
He wouldn't
Stressing
take
me
it
out.
rude.
I have fun with my D&D. Not everything I do makes sense for that reason.
Good.
I love being the vodka auntie.
She really is.
And it just
Okay.
strolls in, wraps it around, not caring if they see. Well, we just jump this man.
Just immediate jump. Alright. I hope y'all had
He
a fun
knows
time.
him.
I am gonna head on out of here. It's a bit of a long session, but hey, good shit.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Hell yeah.
Good?
We have some fights to get through next session. And
Oh,
there's
Yay.
potential that if Skull returns, Ark could actually kind of have a smooth way in, weirdly enough.
Oh.
Alright.
Right, night, people. It's
Night.
nizzle, my nizzle.
W.
I can't believe that stealth would have been as possible with actually Ark there.